And we should be live. Right? Actually, I turn off my notifications. My phone. My notifications. Yep, we are. Sweet! Okay. Let me put on the PVZ soundtrack, because I want music. Bam. There we go. There we go, sweet. Let me put this here. Let me grab this. And then let me ping the Discord. There we go, sweet. Yeah. It'll be starting in the next, like, couple of minutes. Oh, wait, I never closed my blinds. Oh, my legs hurt so bad. Ah! Okay. Good. Oh, wait, and I never turned my light on. Oh, my God. Ow. Okay, ow. Ow. Okay, we're good. My legs are in so much pain. They're in so much pain! Okay. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. Damn. Yeah. Nothing else going on, so, like, did I forget something? No, I didn't. Damn. Alright, sweet. Why's my bitrate kind of low? Why is it kind of low? It'd be low. Yeah, it'll be fine. It is like 6:06 my time. I think we're just gonna hop into things. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. No, those are off my phone, right? Yes, they are. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're gonna be doing more Chikorita. But, we need to hop into a reaction first. I don't know if this will even become a video, with the reaction, but, I just want to react to this thing. Basically, the entire reason why, the Chikorita live stream series exists in the first place. Actually, let me put chat here, and let me put you over here. Oh man, I don't need this anymore. Let me exit out of that. There we go. Don't need that. Put this here. Bam. And my thing is not alive. Okay, there we go. Excuse me, fuck. Let me do one of these. One of these. There we go. Easy. All right. And so this is Chikorita hate rooted in misogyny, which I think is just like a funny title. Because like when I think Chikorita, I think bad starter, right? Because Chikorita is a victim of circumstance, right? If you throw Chikorita in like Kanto, Chikorita actually does pretty okay. But like Johto, like my guy gets rolled. It's kind of upsetting. There's not really much else to it. We're just gonna take a peep, and it's gonna be great. Hopefully it's gonna be great. Actually, it's something I do want to do. I want to put this in 1.5 times speed at least, just so we're kind of quick with it. I don't want to 2x speed it, because while I'll be able to understand it for the most part, I'm afraid that in stream it might not sound as good. I had to look up Chikorita because I didn't have a link for the video, because I saw this on my feed when it dropped. Right, like I saw this day. Well, I didn't see the video day one. I saw this drop on my feed day one, and then obviously there was like Twitter and everything. The whole like everyone being like, "Oh my gosh, Chikorita!" People freaking out about the Legends EA starters, and people were like, "Oh hey, well Chikorita is bad," as everyone does when they talk about Chikorita, because Chikorita is not. I mean, probably the worst starter. It's definitely that like Chikorita is at least bottom 2 for sure. There's no doubt about that. It's at least bottom 2. But let's just hop into it. I got nothing else to do.
I love Chikorita. Like, I love Chikorita. I have a tattoo of Chikorita. I have a full
Yeah!
team of Chikorita as my secondary channel is called
Chikorita!
Chikorita. Go subscribe. And when she was revealed as one of the starters in the upcoming Pokemon Legends EA, this was my reaction. We are catching Pokemon. Chikorita! Chikorita! Don't die, Chikorita! It's epic! What the f***? Let's go!
Yeah! Chikorita!
So yeah, Pokemon Day was huge for me, and I'm extremely hyped for Pokemon Legends EA. I have been wanting to have a Pokemon adventure in a huge city, bustling with life, colorful characters, side quests, small stories, and Pokemon living with us since forever, really. And I went online.
Yeah, I don't imagine there's gonna be any like major points this early on. I imagine it's gonna be like this is like, oh hey, this is why I love Chikorita. Which I don't know. I might need to skip. I don't think I need to skip. Right? I could just watch through. I probably could just watch through it, right?
Trying to celebrate and talk to other Pokemon fans about the incredible trailers we just saw. And then I made the mistake of logging into the mental health website, and I was welcomed by...
Okay, by the way, this... Dude, Connor Eats Pants is crazy. I opened up Twitter like as soon as I watched the trailer, right? And that's the first thing I see. It's the first thing I see. No, honestly...
Great. Tepig? Amazing. But Chikorita? Chikorita, are you kidding me?
And I was...
No, I mean, Chikorita needs to be, like... I think Chikorita is a great option for the starters. I don't care what anyone says. Right? Chikorita is going to get, like, original form or a Mega, and it's going to be great. I think Chikorita was an amazing option. Because I think my thought process for the starters, I thought it was going to be, like, Litten, so we can get, like, Mega Incineroar, because Game Freak loves Incineroar. I guessed Totodile? Yeah, I guessed Totodile. And then it was going to be Snivy. I thought those were going to be the 3. But I was wrong. And I only got Totodile right.
I was just confused to see so much hate directed specifically at Chikorita. Like, yes, it's always like this. Some people will dislike some Pokemon, and you have your usual haters. People saying that everything after Gen 1 is trash. People thinking that Garbodor existing is an argument. But this wasn't an unusually strong amount of hate. The type that isn't really usual for Pokemon. It reminded me of something that I couldn't quite identify yet. And people were joking about Chikorita only having 7 fans, but I can assure you, my streams here trying to get Bayleaf to Master Ball rank bring much more than 7 people.
Wait, so, okay, by the way, that's great content. I just need to bring that out there. Because that's just, like, a really good idea. But, like, if you have a video about you using a certain Pokemon to reach, like, Master Ball rank, right? Which is, like, top rank in Pokemon, right? Or in the Pokemon VGC ladder. Couldn't you just say that they're there to see you use a bad Pokemon and not that they love Bayleaf? Like, maybe I'm crazy. If I'm like using only Chikorita to go into Master Ball rank in the Pokemon videos, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, right? I feel like they're not watching for Chikorita. They're watching because I'm using a really bad Pokemon. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy.
Something weird was in the air. This wasn't usual Slender, this was harsher. Something was calling me for some research in old Nintendo interviews and a 30-minute long essay. And then I saw this message, and it connected to sign-up
There's actually everywhere for those with the eyes to see it. I
in
mean,
my brain.
I don't remember seeing any, but there could have been.
This is certainly an interesting way of looking at it. Could the explanation for this unwarranted hate for one of my favorite Pokemon be rooted in something that the gaming community knows far too well? Could it just be
Probably
playing
not.
things that are made for girls? Wait, before you click out of
I mean, hold on. I'm say no because I think wasn't Tingaton made for girls? I could be mistaken, but Tingaton's lit. I love Tingaton. It just sucks. It's like not good.
the video, press the dislike button, and leave a very impolite comment, I would just like to call your attention here to the title of this video. Do you see it? It's a question mark. Am I saying that it's definitely surely rooted in misogyny? No, I'm not. Am I saying that everyone who
No. Like you see, you're making statements, right? You put it. You ask a question, boom, you're making a statement. That's how the internet works.
dislikes Chikorita hates women? No. Am I saying that you are legally obliged to like the same Pokemon as I do? No. And I swear.
No, what are you talking about? You like something, everyone has to like it. There's no, there's no in betweens, right? You'd be like, yeah, this guy's okay. No, you have to love it. There's no exceptions. You have to love it.
Anything you are thinking about commenting, I will talk about in this video. What I really want to try to do here and understand better is if this disproportionate hate, at least from some people, might have its roots somewhere else other than just personal taste. But the truth is, I don't know. You don't know. By the end of this video, odds are, we both won't know for sure, dear stranger in line. But it's an interesting question, right? It can definitely get us started on a path to learn more about the series, about gaming history, about marketing, and about, well, sexism. And isn't it nice?
Okay, so immediately I'm thinking, right? I think she's gonna bring up Nintendo's initial marketing strategy of targeting guys, right? Or I guess young boys specifically. Because back in the olden days, uh, gaming consoles were whenever they were actually being distributed, right? Specifically like the Nintendo. Fuck, I can't speak. The Nintendo Entertainment System or the NES. Uh, it was a piece of technology, right? But since it was you just play games on it, it was like a toy, right? So you couldn't really just toss it with technology because then that's like a different mindset. If someone's in the technology section, of course it's different nowadays. But it used to be like, oh, you're getting like a microwave, you're getting like a TV, you know? You're not getting a game console. You know, 'cause you don't play with a TV, if that makes sense, right? You know, you're watching the game. But you know, you got a console, you play with the console. So they had to throw it in either the boys section or the girls section because that's just like how the toy section was like separate. You know, we got action figures, we got dolls, right? So they just threw it with the boys, which ultimately was the best thing to do because just a lot of the stuff like ended up being just like guy oriented, right? Like Pokemon is very like gender neutral in terms of like its audience. I think it's like 60-40, right? Which is pretty decent, honestly. Like I think it's like 60% dudes, 40% girls. But I could be mistaken. It might be closer to 50-50 at this point. But whenever it came to the NES specifically, I'm pretty sure mostly guys are like, oh, Mario. I could be misremembering things, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went. And she's gonna probably bring that up. And I think that's ultimately gonna be a thing like with like some game commercials. That's my guess. Like I'd rather it be more so about Chikorita itself for the video, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
To ask questions, to be curious, to investigate stuff. This here is just an essay, a rehearsal of an idea, and I'm not here to spit any golden nuggets of truth. I'm here to entertain a possibility.
Well, you have to spit gold nuggets of truth, though. But whenever you do bring up an argument, you have to be truthful in that argument. There's one that's like it's okay to ask a question, but you have to like tie it into something, you know. But we'll see what happens.
And try to understand
Maybe
why some people
she'll
might think that my poor
talk about
little
everything
Pokemon is
great.
being the victim of misogynist attacks. Instead of saying who's right and who's not and start calling each other names, I just want to do something a bit cooler. Something that people on the internet very rarely do. I want to try to understand why people might think the way they do.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong drink. Damn. I was like, why is it so sour? I got a strawberry lemonade. I meant to get like a strawberry kiwi. Oh well.
We are all products of culture, right? A lot of things have happened in Game Freak around the world since Chikorita was first presented in 1999. Not only that, many things have happened before that led to her creation in the first place.
They did my boy Chikorita so dirty. They did him so dirty.
Context is key, and Chikorita has been receiving a lot of hate since, well, 1999 from the Pokemon community. A community that was much different then than it is now, that had some practices and some jokes, and even a demographic that is completely unimaginable when you look at it today. What I'm trying to say is that to understand Chikorita hate, I think we need to look first at weird Nintendo commercials from the 90s.
Am I allowed to show these? I'm sure I am. Like, they're in this video, so I'm sure I'm allowed to show them. We'll find out. My left ear's loving this.
The Nintendo and Sega neck-to-neck competition was probably a defining aspect of the gaming industry in the years leading up to Pokemon's creation. In order to compete against the blue hedgehog that's gotta go fast, Nintendo needed to up their game. They pivoted from their family-oriented marketing to some more aggressive strategies by launching the Play It Loud campaign. Red, cool, skateboard, Charlie Brown Jr. This campaign was aimed at Nintendo's core audience, which was young boys. And this led up to Dear Stranger Online. Well, maybe it's better if I just show you some ads.
Yeah, like some of these ads are actually crazy. So, like some of them are like, you know, who gives a shit? But like some of these ads, like I'm sure it's gonna be like, because obviously it's Zelda 1, it's probably going to be, actually nothing's coming to mind. Only one I can think of is usually this Zelda one. It's like play like a girl, you know? Yeah.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky
Oh yeah, and they start beating each other.
Nintendo.
But why boys? Like, why are video games targeted
I mean, like, I don't know. Is that specifically directed towards guys? I mean, probably, right? I don't know. I wasn't around at that point, so I don't know,
boys
maybe.
specifically? Does that make any sense? Well, here's the deal. According to a nice video I watched by Adam Conover, at the beginning of the 80s with the great video game crash and everything, Nintendo decided that they would
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Using Adam Conover as a source, wild. But it's gonna be talking about like that gaming episode, which actually isn't too bad. Where he's like, "Oh hey, gaming percentages and girls play as many games as guys," and it's like, yeah, that's fine. But like, I don't know, not a good
stop
source.
selling in the technology section of your local Costco and start selling in the toys department instead.
Oh yeah. This is what I was talking about earlier, because like this is just from a mindset perspective, this makes way more sense back then. Because effectively, a console is just a giant toy, right? So like,
It
that
does
just makes the
actually
most
make a lot of
sense.
Nintendo being originally a toy company, and well, toys are probably the most aggressively gendered section of any store on the planet. Instead of marketing to families, they had to pick one gender out of only two, which is too few, I think. And since it's easier to sell boy stuff to girls rather than selling
Sure, I
girls to
guess.
boys, they chose the blue lane. 20 years later, in the early 2000s, marketing and culture had completely changed and
Dude, I completely forgot about that one. That was just crazy to me.
Boys.
Like that's
I have
crazy.
girlfriends that
Hold
only
up.
got into video games in their 20s.
That I completely forgot about that ad. I'm- God, that's actually crazy that they even like greenlit that. Oh my god.
Because their parents would never buy them a console as a kid. It wasn't for them. It was a boy thing, like cars, sports, and having a crush on Wolf Glick. Gaming had become a majorly masculine environment.
No,
both
yeah,
offline
having a crush on Wolf Glick is strictly a guy thing. That's true.
and in the ever-growing online communities that were forming.
Which, by the way, what she's talking about is true. Like, since it was like brought into that whole thing. Nowadays, it's not like as big of a deal. But back then, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Even though, like, if you like actually think about it or have like actual siblings, it's like, oh wait, that's not as true, because I would play toys with my sister all the time, right? She would have like the dolls, and I would have the action figures, and we do toys like that all the time, right? She would play video games with me sometimes. You know, it's like, it's like maybe I'm crazy, but like, I don't know. That's not very. I mean, I don't know. Maybe a family was just different, and which I'm sure that did happen to some people's families. I'm sure that was the thing that like some girls had to deal with. But like also to put into perspective, the NES, right? Usually you just throw that in like the main, or I guess it's like also consoles as well. 'Cause it's also happened to me with like my with my Wii, is they would just throw it into the living room, right, with like the main TV. You would just play it on the main TV. And same thing would happen with the NES, right? Because that thing was like not $800. It was something stupid when you convert it to like current currency, right? To current USD. It was very expensive, like way more expensive than current consoles type stuff. It's like stuff's kind of crazy in that regard. I keep saying kind of crazy a lot, but you get the idea. Like that's not really, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like there wasn't a whole thing of like, oh, we got this console that is like almost $1,000 in current USD dollars. Fuck, USD dollars, US dollars. It was in the living room. I don't know. Like maybe people just had rich parents, but like we had like one console. We shared that console with everybody.
And I'm not sure if you, Dear Stranger Line, were around back then, but let me tell you something. In the 2000s, anything that was made for girls was mocked relentlessly, specifically
No, that's true.
13-year-old girls. The Twilight books were constantly made fun of all the time, anywhere you looked at in 2010. YouTubers made
Yeah, that's
entire
true.
careers out of it. And K-pop and tween Justin Bieber, who only started getting more respect
I mean, I don't remember K-pop being as bad, but for sure Justin Bieber got like
after
destroyed on the
directing the
internet.
song to a male audience. They were constantly harassed in blogs and comedy shows and Twitter. In the meanwhile, movies that were instead aimed at 13-year-old boys, like Transformers, had some jokes about too many explosions here and there, but never saw a glimpse of the hate that things like Twilight had. Whether it's young adult novels, super hulock, or fanfiction, anything that was made with young girls in mind would suffer backlash or mockery in online and specifically gaming spaces. Even though teenage girls are always literally the vanguard that dictates where the future of pop culture is headed to, they will always be bullied just for liking stuff. That's also when memes like the "there are no girls on the internet" showed up, trying to enforce that women could never be actually welcomed in nerdy online spaces. If they tried to join, they would be victim of abuse and misogyny, as is the case with the "make me a sandwich" meme that was quite popular in the 2000s. And still today, mainstream gaming spaces continue to be quite aggressive towards women, as any woman who has ever been in a gaming voice chat can tell you. Alongside the misogynistic fiasco that was Gamergate and the woke...
Well, I mean, like, so whenever it comes to, like, girls in, like, the game chats, like, obviously that stuff does happen. But that's because everyone's being toxic in a toxic video game. It's like, it's like people grab onto the first thing they hear, right? Like, I'm sure people have seen the memes of, like, oh, I'm getting, like, trashed on and, like, roasted in a video game. Then I hear a fire alarm chirp. So it's like, like, it's people are just toxic. That's just how it goes. Like, it's shitty. Don't get me wrong, right? But it's also like you're in the toxic environment. Because, like, personally, because I've had girls in, like, my Overwatch lobbies, and I haven't seen that personally, but I have definitely seen the compilations. But I've also seen the compilations of the girls bullying the guys back, and those ones are really good. Those ones are pretty funny.
List that basically call any game with a female protagonist woke.
Oh yeah, that shit's
Being a
stupid.
girl and liking video games is hard. But let me get back to the 2000s. Gaming was heavily marketed at boys. It was an overwhelmingly male-dominated space. And this was the case even with Nintendo games in the USA, in very, very weird ways. As fellow content creator Randy Moon goes over in their video, why were video game ads so weird?
Therefore, they decided to go with the by then well-proven method of advertising the handheld to a primarily male college-aged audience. And this is evident in just how sexual a lot of the ads were. Exhibit A.
No, yeah, crazy, by the way. Like, it's insane that because this is a children's console. It's absurd that this, like, got past any screening.
Touch me.
Wow, very suggestive and hot. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in the meeting where they came up with that one.
But do you know what would happen when something that was initially marketed at boys turned out to have some aspects that were a little bit more girl-friendly? Exactly what happened to Jennifer's Body in 2007. A horror movie written by the incredible Diablo Cody that was marketed as a "wow, Megan Fox is so hot" movie. But it was actually a feminist tale of body ownership and female friendship aimed at young women. It was
I don't know anything about the movie, so I'll just believe you.
Review-bombed, universally hated, and almost ended Diablo Cody's career. This is a video about Chikorita, I know, but this was me setting the stage, dear stranger line, painting the picture of the culture.
I mean, was the movie good? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Like, I think it could have just been, like, not good. Like, that's not indicative of anything. Like, I think you just need to bring it up another film. Because, like, I don't know, there's, like, Alien, which I guess isn't, like, what she's trying to go for, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem cohesive.
Around gaming and around Pokemon in the United States at the turn of the millennium. I'm trying to say that, mostly in the early 2000s, having something made for girls in the middle of your boy product would result in hate, bullying, shames, jokes, you name it. It happened to Koha and it happened to Ellie.
Okay, no, people don't like Korra because she came out swinging using, like, 3 types of bending all at once for no reason. Like, I think if she was, like, really good with water bending and she could kind of use one of the other ones, like say rock, then, like, okay, that's fine, right? But she could use 3 of them and she struggled with earth, which seems kind of weird because, like, that just seems closer to, like, water. So, like, I don't know, it just seems strange because Aang was really good with water bending because he was really good with air bending. It just seems weird. But, like, since she came out swinging, that's why she got a bunch of hate, Like, if she could only do one really well and one kind of okay, and I think that's the highest you should be able to go with that, then you can make it work. Because, like, Aang only could use, like, not water. Aang could only use air bending, right? And he had to learn everything else. Like, he didn't even come close to learning it. But yet Korra came in, like, I don't know. I don't remember if they ever talked about her, like, reading a book or something and just doing that, or what. But she just came out swinging, so I was like, okay. And she isn't, like, a very pleasant main character, at least in my opinion. She's all right, but, like, in comparison, like, say, Aang's, like, great and whimsical and goofy and fun. I just don't get that vibe with Korra. Which, like, I'm not, I keep stuttering like a motherfucker. I'm not too familiar with, like, The Last of Us, right? So, like, maybe she's great. I don't know. I know people really like Joel, but I don't really know much about The Last of Us.
And yes, Pokemon was marketed mainly at boys back then. If you look at early Pokemon commercials, only boys would appear in them. But the Nintendo of America marketing team is not Game Freak. Oh no, back in Japan, the Pokemon Company had other ideas of where this series was heading to. And before Gen 2 came out, this was something that showed mainly in the anime. I have said this in some videos before, but I cannot stress enough how important the...
Dude, the anime is actually going to go so hard with this because it is true. Like, Pokemon is very, like, unisex in its demographic in comparison to, like, some other stuff, right? Like, if you were to tell me Call of Duty is, like, 80% male, I'd believe you. But if you were to tell me Pokemon is 80% male, I would just not believe you. There's just no way.
gender neutrality of the Pokemon anime was in the 90s. In a context where most animes would show buff guys with spiky hair fighting or sword-wielding knights saving the princess, Pokemon was really ahead of its time by showing girls, feminine girls or tomboys with desires, aspirations of their own.
Yeah.
Girls who, despite what they looked like,
One goes
were
hard as hell.
incredibly skilled trainers and fully fledged characters. I would argue.
No, yeah, like some of the best characters in Pokemon are female. Like Cynthia is probably one of the better champions. Like, I'd character-wise, she's dope. Don't get me wrong, but I have to give it to Iris. Iris is hands down probably the best like actual champion. You know, like not in terms of like Pokemon or anything, but in terms of, like she went from being like this like I think she's 11 in original Black and White, but she goes from just being like this little kid, right, who's a gym leader, right, who's on the like 8th gym leader by the way, Dragon Master, and then all of a sudden she's a champion, which makes a ton of sense. There's a time skip, and she's like, it's like if anyone's gonna be champion, right, after Alder, it's gonna be Iris, right? Dude, that Iris is lit. I fucking love Iris.
Even more importantly than that, femininity was never mocked in the Pokemon anime. It was
True.
okay to have feminine coded
Oh, there was that episode where Ash dressed up as a girl. I don't know if that counts. I don't think that would necessarily count as like mocking femininity, but like for the most part, I think this is true.
interests. It was celebrated even. Femininity was embraced, openly discussed by Misty, Erika, Jessie, and Brock and James.
Yep.
And I mean, it's the 90s. Some things would be off, sure, but it was miles ahead of almost everything for kids on TV back then. And this was incredibly important to many girls growing up back then. And they made sure to comment about it in a bunch of my videos
Yep.
before. The first
100%
Pokemon
true.
games were stitched together with duct tape and a dream, but for the sequel, you can really feel that Game Freak wanted to expand. And that expansion would include everyone. Chikorita debuted in the same generation that girls could play as themselves on screen.
Let's
And I
go!
cannot stress how important the addition of Chris was that early into the series. The protagonist in Pokemon is almost always a self-insert, and having girls being able to play
Yep.
with someone closer to themselves was really important for the game staying as popular as it did. But not only Chris, creature design in Pokemon was also starting to head in new directions. Lead designer Ken Sugimori has said before in an interview
I feel like we're gonna bring up Espeon, because Espeon like has a strange like caricature. Like whenever people like tell me or talk about Espeon, they always refer to Espeon as she. I feel like they're gonna bring up Espeon because like Espeon's like kind of like curvy. Like I think it's supposed to have hips. I think. Pretty sure it's supposed to have hips because like there are more like quote unquote feminine designs as the Pokemon series goes on, which is a good thing I think.
that his approach for creating Pokemon was always closer to Kaiju rather than Kawaii. This
Yeah.
interview here was given shortly after the Gold and Silver releases. With Pokemon, it was more that I wanted to create Kaiju who could fight on your side as an ally, in a more cartoonish, exaggerated style. As I drew more and more of them, I started to figure out how to give them more interesting expressions, or to make them look dopey or disgusting. I wasn't the only person creating Pokemon. There were 5 or 6 other designers working on them too. As you can imagine, each designer had a certain style or type of Pokemon that was their specialty. One of them was great at making cute Pokemon, another one was all about the weird Pokemon, and so forth. If
Yep.
you allow me to
It does explain like the vast like differences in the Gen 1 Pokemon at least. Because you have stuff like Snorlax, who's like a big old like goofy goober guy. You have Muck, who's just like a pile of goop, right? But he still has a lot of personality. Then you have Charizard. Oh my god, it's Charizard. And then Gyarados. You know, like they're all vastly different, which I do like. The same thing like modern Pokemon as well. They're just so vastly different amongst each other. And so like of course there's gonna be one who's really good at making cute stuff, and the cute stuff is like quote unquote girly. Which it isn't really true all the time, but you get the idea.
read a little bit between the lines here. When he talks about a designer that has cuteness as their specialty, Atsuko Nishida comes to mind. When Sugimori saw he had difficulties in creating cute Pokemon, he called Nishida to help, and
Which, like, her doing Charizard is actually kind of crazy. Because I completely forgot she designed Charizard.
she ended up
Because Charizard isn't, like, what you'd call cute. You know? Charmander? Sure. Well, I wouldn't say sure. Charmander just is cute.
creating the most iconic Gen 1 designs, such as Pikachu, the full starter trio, and Charizard. I looked very hard, but I couldn't find out if she was involved in the creation of the Generation 2 starter trio, but having created Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, it's hard to think that she wasn't a major voice for the sequel.
I mean, she could have been. I have no idea. I have no idea who made the Gen 2 starters.
I did find this interview on Dr. Lava's blog, which is the most incredible source for English language Game Freak interviews online. In this one, Nishida talks about the creation of Sylveon and Espeon, and I think this gives great insight into the creative process behind Gen 2. Ms. Nishida, do you feel like there's an evolution that really went in a new direction? Of course, each Pokemon is influenced by the region and configuration of the game they are created for, but as far as innovation, I would say Sylveon. We really wanted to emphasize its fairy team.
No, yeah, when, like, Sylveon is the fairy type Pokemon. Like, no other Pokemon comes close to embodying the fairy type as much as Sylveon, dude. Sylveon's so great. I fucking love Sylveon.
As far as its figure, were they all kind of girly like the Sylveon we have now? And Nishida says, yeah, they were all the same style since it's a fairy type. Speaking of being feminine, Espeon also has that same kind of vibe.
Yeah, okay, so I was right. They were going to bring up Espeon. Because, like, whenever people do bring up, like, feminine-style Pokemon that aren't just, like, Gardevoir or Lopunny, I hear a lot of Espeon. And, like, I do hear Vaporeon because of the fucking, like, meme, but, like, as far as, like, actual design stuff is involved, whenever I talk to people about Pokemon design, people do talk about Espeon a good chunk.
It's very slim and even has hips, which was quite unique for its time. I guess in trying to make it look mysterious, it ended up looking feminine.
I think that's true. I can't think of any Gen 2 design that, like, looks anywhere close to Espeon. Obviously not being like cat-like, but I mean like similar features being like, slim, hippish, I guess. Almost feminine like. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I mean, I guess Lady Bob. I don't really know if that counts.
I think it's really interesting to hear Atsuki Nishida say that ending up with a feminine design was unique for its time. Gen 2. It shows that this was kind of uncharted territory, right? This wasn't a big concern for Pokemon in Gen 1, but Gen 2? Now we want to actively start to create some creatures for the girls to use, for the people who would choose Chris as their character. With Gen 2, Game Freak wanted girls to better see themselves in their games and have their own Pokemon adventures. And of course, if you want to have girls playing, you have to make at least one of the starters one that they might identify more with. And yes, we had our
Okay, so let me know in the comments real quick, or if this has become a video. I don't know if it's gonna be a video or not. Like, who is the cutest starter in Gen 2 to you? Like, that's something I want to know. Like, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, or Totodile, right? Because all three are really cute. Like, legitimately. Like, Totodile is cute as fuck, Cyndaquil's cute as fuck, and Chikorita's cute. Like, they're all cute. Like, they just are. You know? Now, which one's more feminine? I don't know. I mean, when I think Chikorita, I think a guy, because, like, the male to female ratios, like, they're, like, 80-something% male, aren't they? So, like, I don't know. I'd usually just call the starters guys.
Clefairies and Chanseys before, but with Chikorita, it's a bit different. She's being offered to you. You can't avoid her. And to choose a starter Pokemon
Well, jokes to you, I can avoid her. I can just not pick her.
is to actively reject the other two, and that makes it a more special encounter than if you randomly ran into it in a cave. There's a tiny emotional bond, a small moment that you may have considered bringing Chikorita alongside you. And how dare they imply that I would ever consider choosing this girly pair?
Girly pair? I suppose. I mean, like, I think people were, like, kind of cool Chikorita. It's just, like, it's a grass type, and people who were, like, playing the game after they played Red and Blue, like, there was a ton of hate for Bulbasaur, too. Like, do we just, like, forget about that? Like, Bulbasaur was, like, hella hated on. Like, there's, like, the base meme of, like, oh, hey, we don't like the grass type, came from people not wanting Bulbasaur. But, like, this giant, like, fucking flower frog. It's like... like, Chikorita and Bulbasaur don't really, like, tickle the same, like, itch of a design, right? But I just feel like it's, like, at that point, it's just, like, they're just grass-type Pokemon, and people just, like, for some reason, hated grass-type Pokemon back in the day. But now, like, people are like, okay, Sceptile's, like, wicked as shit. And so then, after that, it was like, okay, now we're looking at the actual design, more so than the Pokemon that happens to be a certain typing. And I think Sceptile really helped that out. Because Trico's sick. Trico's so sick. And I think it just had to do with, like, just these Pokemon just not being as cool-looking initially. Even though I like Bulbasaur, I think out of the three Kanto Pokemon, I mean, Bulbasaur is for sure the best one. He's my favorite of the bunch. And I'd say it's probably not as bad as Chikorita. I think, again, that just has to do with, like, how the games function. I say again, like, I talked about this already. But, like, Chikorita is a victim of circumstance in that, like, every boss fight, either Chikorita can't do anything against them because of typeness, or why would you use Chikorita? You can use, like, a flying type or something. It's just one of those situations. And at least with Bulbasaur, he's at least good against, like, 80% of the game, right? Chikorita's good against, like, maybe a boss fight, right? Where you can definitively, reasonably use Chikorita and it not be like, either a throw or you forcing Chikorita out, right? And when I think that, I'm thinking of the Johto side of things, not the Kanto side, because obviously in Heart Gold, Silver, Crystal, you can go to Kanto, which Chikorita actually does insanely good in Kanto. Like, Chikorita does very good in Kanto.
If you, as a boy, did consider Chikorita, like Chikorita, or chose Chikorita, you would also be mocked and judged and suffer the same backlash that Twilight did.
Well, I mean, also, mostly, like, I don't know about, like, grown-ass men, right? But, like, if it's, like, kids pick on each other about dumb shit all the time. It's like, oh my gosh, you like this guy? Meh. Like, I was, like, on the playground, I was like, oh, I mean, I think Butterfree's pretty cool. And they're like, what the fucking Butterfree? It's like, it's like, kids make fun of each other all the time for dumb shit. Like, that's just how kids roll. You could say it's lame, and I think it kind of is, but at the same time, it's kids. Kids do dumb. Kids are lame. Kids are stupid. Kids are goofy.
In this male-dominated environment, a boy was never allowed to validate that something marketed for girls could actually be good. For a boy, everything that was more female-oriented was forbidden and out of reach. So you had to double down. You had to prove...
I mean, I think people kind of fucked with Misdreavus, because, like, Misdreavus on the screen, right? Misdreavus clearly is, like, feminine, right? Misdreavus is clearly feminine. But, like, Misdreavus goes hard in, like, Pokemon Coliseum. Or actually, wait, no, am I thinking of the right game? Yeah, Pokemon Coliseum. Because in Pokemon Coliseum, it's the only ghost type, right? And Chikorita, not Chikorita, and this Mischievous goes absolutely hard in that game. So then, I don't know, like a lot of people were like, "Oh damn, Mischievous is cool. Mischievous is cool." I think it just has to do with more so that Chikorita is not only like a grass type early on, right? And people are like, "Oh, grass type's lame as hell." It also has to do with it being like a support Pokemon. Chikorita, like in like your starter Pokemon is like your team captain because most of the time you're using that through the entire game. So you want it to be like this big, maybe not even necessarily big, but at least passably strong. You know, Chikorita's like attack stat is like, isn't it like 80 or some not Chikorita, Meganium, Meganium. We're gonna do the Gen 2 stats specifically. Um, yeah, Meganium's attack stat is 82, and Meganium's special attack stat is 83. Like that's not good. Like its defense stat is 100, special defense stat 100, and HP is 80. Like this is a bulky mon. Like this guy is like strictly built for like being a support Pokemon. It also gets like light screen and reflect and such. Like it is a support Pokemon through and through. So like, I think it just had to do with like also just like being support. Like more people want to play like the damage guy than the support guy, you know? And I think it just has to do with that. And it's one thing to be like, okay, later on I get a support Pokemon, and usually and whenever it comes to like Pokemon, you get like your captain, like your starter, your guy is probably gonna be doing the most damage all the time, and then you get like a support Pokemon that can like enable that guy a little later because there's so many like decent support Pokemon, and being forced to get one early on seems strange to people, you know? Maybe that's not like an initial mindset people are thinking of, but like that's what I'm thinking. Some people are like, because it's a culmination of more than one thing. Like, if Chikorita was, like, at least, like, a solid Pokemon, then the hate would, like, not exist anymore, you know? But since Chikorita is ass, it's added on top of that, you know? It's a perfect storm. Like, if it was literally, if you, like, chopped off one of Chikorita's, like, quote unquote flaws, right? If you include its design, right? Then sure, I guess not really. I like Chikorita's design. Like, if you throw it in a decent region for grass types, you give it, like, a little bit more attack, right? In either one of its stats, it actually, unironically, would probably be looked at favorably in some realm, you know? Hey, what's up, Lynn? Hey, Lynn! Hey! Lynn! Hey! I get the female or feminine like Pokemon representation for girls that were joining the games back then. Yeah, I never got that. I love Toedown and Cyndaquil more. Dude, like, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, I personally really do like Chikorita, but, like, Cyndaquil's right there, dog. Like, Totodale's right there. I mean, I don't know. If you're picking Totodile all the time, you're kind of weird. I don't know, because like, Cyndaquil's right there. This is what Cyndaquil. But I don't know, like the perspective of like, oh hey, I don't know. I'm trying to put this in ways that make sense. But the thing with Chikorita, right, is it's a perfect storm of like getting shit on. Because if it had decent stats when it was Meganium, it wouldn't be looked on as badly. Or like it had like a signature move that did like a billion damage or something. Or hell, even this very strong supporting move that like, I don't know, like res the Pokemon or something. Or like healed off status on your entire team or something. Like genuinely, like you only need to fix one thing with Meganium and people would be like, oh damn, Meganium is actually kind of cool. But Meganium has no redeeming qualities in comparison to like any other Pokemon, not only in Johto, but also in comparison to other regions. It's just like our poor boy Meganium just gets shit on, and it's really upsetting because like Meganium's really cool. It just comes down to Chikorita not being very good on its own, which is true. Competitive wise, of course, it's solely a support if anyone were to ever use it. That's also true. Basically, like the ideal Meganium set, right, is you rock Light Screen Reflect with Light Clay, and then you probably, like, if you're running on a Sun team, you could probably get away with like Solar Beam Weather Ball. I think that's probably what you do. But like, I don't know, man. Like Meganium is just rough because it doesn't have enough bulk to live like a ton of hits, right? Because it doesn't live in restricted metagames, right? Like in the current regulation, it just cannot survive. Like you need that thing like really early. We're talking like regulation A type shit. I don't know. Like maybe she's got a really good point coming up that will make me like just like throw my stuff out the window. But like I don't know. I just feel like most people hating on Chikorita are valid because it's a matter of like back in the early 2000s, people hated on Bulbasaur as well. Or I guess like 1999 or whatever the fuck the game came out. Because Bulbasaur was a grass type, people were like grass types are lame. But people learned to love Bulbasaur because Bulbasaur can actually do shit. You know, Chikorita can't do anything. Like Chikorita is like a poor defenseless little guy.
You would never ever choose it because Chikorita sucks. It's the worst starter of all time. And in the comment section below,
Like it probably is the worst starter of all time. I mean, I don't know. I think Inteleon's probably worse than Meganium, but I needed to double check on that.
There will be a lot of people writing that what I'm trying to imply is silly. That Chikorita could never be a victim of misogyny because in the games, they have 80% chance of being male, like, lol. And to that I say, well, gender is not really about an arbitrary symbol they put next to your name. Gender is about how you are perceived by others. Not only, but also. The Pokemon anime has also depicted Ash's Chikorita with a very feminine coded personality, very attached and emotional, which also builds the public image of the Pokemon. And if that's not good,
They did that with Bulbasaur too! Am I crazy, or did they not do that with Bulbasaur and every other grass type in the game? Or in the anime, I mean. Like, they did that with, like, I know they did it with Cacnea. They for sure did it with Cacnea and James, right? They did that with fucking Victory Bell and James. Like, they did it with, like, I'm sure they did they not do the Bulbasaur? Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? Yet there's so many other better choices to use. So as a girl myself, maybe my brain wasn't drawn to girly things. Snorlax is my fave, and Muck and Weezing are cool mons. That's true. Muck and Weezing are with baller as shit, and Snorlax is Pog. But like, I could be I could be taking crazy pills, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure like all the grass types like cuddled up to like their trainer, or like not even all of them, but a good chunk of them cuddled up with their trainer, at least in early anime. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Bulbasaur was like, am I crazy? Did Bulbasaur not do that? I could be misremembering things, but that also happened with James with like Victory Bell and Catnia, right? Am I misremembering? I could be misremembering. I might need to look it up. I almost exit. I actually almost exited out of like my YouTube chat. That was very upsetting. Bulbasaur and Ash GIF. That's just him petting him, I guess. That's not really telling me anything. Am I gonna have to go back and watch the anime? Because I could have sworn that was a thing. I'm not finding one. I'm not gonna buy with that. But I know it happened at least with James, like Catnia, for sure. It for sure happened to Catnia and Victory Bell. So I don't think it's like exclusively just Bayleaf being kind of girly. I mean, I don't know. It could have been. Only Ash's Chikorita and Bayleaf did, but Bulbasaur didn't have the same personality. I think his hair cross though. Actually, I think you're probably right about the hair cross. Because like that was for sure like a grass type thing, wasn't it? I don't know. I'm probably just misremembering because that was years ago. But not Chikorita, but Cacnea and Victory Bell did in fact like coddle on James. That did happen, and I think it's just like a general grass type thing. Actually, I think Ash's Bayleaf may have been female. May have actually been female. Maybe that was the thing. It's like female grass types do that. Maybe that's what it was, which is kind of funny. Maybe. I don't know. I might need to go back and watch the Pokemon anime to figure this out. Gotta do research. Ooh. Ooh, watching anime and disguising as research. Alright.
good enough of an explanation for you? Well, I can tell you that in international dubs, every single starter has a masculine article before their name. El Bulbasaur, Ulcindaquil. Chikorita was the first starter ever, and maybe the last one, to have a feminine article used before their name.
Real quick, right? I don't know how you even find this, right? Because if I look on Bulbapedia, I don't think it'll tell me the article of what they use in their given language. I don't remember ever seeing anything about that. But like, if you're posing an argument, right, or hell, even asking a question, and you read like, oh, maybe the last, right? So if you know about Bayleaf using a female article in other languages, you didn't think to like check the other articles for the other starter Pokemon, or even any other Pokemon. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think that helps your case in that situation. Because, like, I feel like you're just missing context at that point. Or you're probably forcibly missing context, which I don't think, like, this was intentional. I just think that what ended up happening is she was doing some research, and she saw that Chikorita had, or Chikorita Meganium and co., had the female articles, like La, right? Or La or Lay. No, Lay is a French masculine, I think. So it had like La, right? So it had La. So like, oh hey, this has to be only Chikorita, right? Or that was the first one they saw, and they were like, okay, got to record this video, get it out. Let's just do it. Like I don't know. I feel like you fumbled here with this one.
La Chikorita. But
Yeah,
how
La
do I
Chikorita.
explain the fact that a lot of feminine-looking Pokemon are actually fan favorites, such as Gardevoir and Lopunny? But I'm not really talking about feminine Pokemon. I'm talking about Pokemon that are designed for girls to identify with. And there's a difference there, right? You get it. You see that there are different...
Dude, you're fucking gross. That's funny. No, that is true, right? There is like a different thing involving that whole regard, right? Between like, actually, hold on. Let's get the rest of the point. Actually,
reasons why someone, specifically a teenage boy, might like the femininity in Gardevoir but be repulsed by the femininity in Chikorita. You understand that we're talking about different kinds of gazes, right? I know you
Okay, bro. So like immediately, right? I think of Mawile because Mawile is very clearly like a female coded Pokemon, right? Like I don't know. It's very clear, like because it's based off like a folklore. Like actually, what was it called? Is it like fuck? What is it? What are they called? What are the Japanese ghost demons called? Yokais. It's based off like a yokai that had like the teeth in the back of its head, right? So, and it's very clearly like feminine energies. Like I don't know, maybe I'm just looking into things too harshly, but I feel like that just doesn't help the case, because obviously these are like feminine bodily things, right? Which Gardevoir is not as bad as Lopunny. Lopunny is like effectively based off the Pornhub bunny, not Pornhub. I might need to censor that fuck the Playboy bunny, but like Gardevoir is just like a girl in a dress, you know. I and I would know. I made a video about that, but but I don't know. Am I crazy? I just don't feel like that's a cohesive argument because like there are other Pokemon. Mega Lopunny is so much worse. That's true. Mega Lopunny is so much worse. But like I just don't feel like this is a cohesive argument because that just doesn't like you're only two were Gardevoir and Lopunny, but I don't see people using Lopunny all the time, right? But people always use Gardevoir because Gardevoir is actually good. Lopunny's garbage. Like without its Mega, Lopunny's bad. Like it's not good. And Chikorita is also not good. But Gardevoir is like really good. Gardevoir is like one of the best psychic types you can have in a playthrough. It even has like competitive like viability. Lopunny really doesn't. Neither does Meganium. I mean like and also you didn't bring up like Hatterene, right? Because people were talking about like Hatterene whenever like Sword and Shield came out, and Hatterene also has competitive relevance. So like I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into this too much.
you have more things you want to say. I see you typing in the comment section. You are going to say that I'm reading too much into it. That the reason why more people dislike Chikorita
No, I am.
than usual is because of bad stats and mediocre performance against Johto trainers. And yes, let's get into that. I
Well, that's true. That's true.
will be going by the article written by Vida Treinador, fellow Brazilian creator, where they list some of these reasons. So yes, Chikorita's typing in Johto is unfortunate. She's
Yeah.
weak against Faulkner and Budsy, weak against
Okay, not just we. Okay, we need to get we need to get a little more explanation, right? Especially in Gen 2, right? You're not just weak to these guys. You are defenseless against these guys, right? First two gyms, you can't do anything, right? Miltank can roll you, right? No pun intended with rollout, but Miltank unironically can just destroy you, and especially since Chikorita likely will be male, statistically speaking. If you're to use just Chikorita, right? You're going to get attracted. That's just how it goes. Like, you can't do anything against Morty, because all the Pokemon are poison types, right? You can do well into Chuck, because, if I'm not mistaken, he has Poliwrath still in Gen 2. You can't really do much, because Grass, or Steel versus Grass, with Jasmine. You can't do anything, I forget the old guy's name, because it's an Ice type, right? And then you can maybe help with Kingdra. Like Chikorita is a huge victim of circumstance, because it can't do anything just on paper based against these guys, right? That's the entire point of the playthrough I'm doing, is to see how much Chikorita can actually put in work, And so far, not a lot. And we're also including like the Rocket fights, right? The Team Rocket fights, which are primarily poison types. And poison beats grass, you know? And then with the rival, because rival has like what? If you pick Chikorita, it has like at minimum 3 Pokemon you can never deal super effective damage against, and they deal super damage against and they deal super damage and they deal super effective damage. There we go, against you. So like I like if Chikorita was just girly and she got hate, and then Chikorita turns out was crazy good, then people would be like, oh, Chikorita's kind of lit. Because like the feminine Pokemon you brought up are like, they at least have like some viable usage. Like even like Lopunny, that's not that great. Like there's like at least some like klutz shenanigans you can do, right? And there's Mega Lopunny, but Gardevoir is like really good. Meganium's not good. I keep bringing that up.
many of the poison types brought by Team Rocket. Her move pool in Gold and Silver is really limited, and
Yeah, it's
Wolf
bad.
Glick has named Meganium the worst starter ever in competitive VGC.
That's probably
I
true.
mean, really? Is that what we take into account when choosing a Pokemon? Is that what a kid takes into account when liking a starter?
Yes. Wait, hold on.
Competitive viability and type balancing in their region?
Yes. Because if I'm like 5 years old, right? I pick Chikorita, right? I'm like, oh, Chikorita's lit. I go in first gym. I'm like, okay, Chikorita doesn't really do good to here, right? I'm just getting stomped. I'm getting stomped. I'm getting stomped because I'm a dumb kid and I don't know how to read. I'm just getting bam, right? I'm just getting stomped by this like Pidgey and Pidgeotto. At some point, assuming I don't get another Pokemon to help me with the type matchup, I'm either going to get a Pokemon that helps me with the type matchup, or I'm going to reset the game and pick another starter. You know, like just being a kid, that's just like what kids would do. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Let me either give up and reset, or I'm going to find some other way to round this. You know, because like you can't over level the first gym in Pokemon Gold and Silver because there's like no trainers early on. Like you can go through the Sprout Tower, I guess. You can over level. I should specify. You can get of a higher level over the first gym, but like, is it actually like over leveled stuff? I don't know. Like I'm sure there's like a solo run of Chikorita that like has Chikorita like doing like just stomping out the first gym, but I feel like you have to be like to stomp it out effectively. You got to be like level like 14 or something. You know, like there's no actually no, that's might be too low. That actually might be too low. Pokemon Silver gyms. Honestly, yeah, level 14 might actually work. But yeah, that was on my actual work. But the point being is like, yeah, a kid they just would do that because kids aren't dumb, right? Well, kids are dumb, but they're not dumb at the same time, right? They're gonna figure out at some point, okay, flying beats my grass type. They're either going to find a type matchup or they're going to reset. And most people at some point are going to reset because next gym after that is Bugsy, right? And Bugsy just kind of rolls. You get rolled. Chikorita can't do anything into Bugsy.
Because I myself never Googled that before choosing a starter. I have always chosen the Pokemon I have identified the most with, that I talk.
No, yeah, most people don't Google that. That's true. Most people don't Google that when they're picking the first starter. But whenever it comes to like kids who are willing to actually just like play a game for a bit of time, and then they're just going to reset. That's just like what? This is a mute point.
Had a cooler or cuter design. And also, have you played Gold and Silver recently? Every single Pokemon has a horrible move pool in those
That's
games.
true.
Speaking of it, do Faulkner and Bugsy even have stab moves in Gen 2?
Yes.
Honestly, if your Chikorita is struggling against a Pidgey and a Kakuna, I personally think that might be
Wait, so were you just forgetting about Scyther? Wait, hold up.
a skill issue. I actually think it is miles easier to solo Faulkner with a Chikorita than to solo Brock with a Charmander.
Okay, for what? I'm a real quick. No. No, it's no. What? No. Hold on. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna do some quick math real quick. I'm gonna do some numbers real quick. I might throw this on the screen if this becomes like an actual video. Hold on. Chikorita. Like if your logic is as simple as like, oh, Charmander's fire stab is quad resisted, then sure, I guess. But Chikorita's attack stats 49 for his special attack as well in Gen 2. And then we do Charmander. Cerebi. Yeah, like Charmander just has better stats, offensively speaking. Hello? What are we talking about? Yeah, like Charmander has a 52 and 50, which doesn't sound like a lot, but with those smaller numbers, they end up like adding up like a good chunk more. Wow, it's easier to beat Brock with Charmander in remakes because it gets super effective. I forgot about Metal Claw. No, yeah, this is not an argument. I completely forgot about Metal Claw. Like, I think if you only were to include like the original games, right, then you might have an argument. But I don't think you do, because you look at Charmander's like learn set, you get Rage, right? So like you're just going to stomp on things. And don't you get like an actually? When do you get Mega Punch? When do you get Mega Punch? TM01, TM01. That's not how you do that. TM01. Like, yeah, I completely forgot about. Like, this might just be a stupid point, actually. I just want to know where to find it. Let's see. Celadon City Department Store. All right, so yeah, not early. Are there any early TMs missing? I could just be missing something. After Mount Moon, yeah. Because, yeah, you could find it in Mount Moon, but you could also get in, like, the Celadon, Game Corner, I think I just read. I could have sworn there's an early TM you can get a hold of. I'm probably just best remembering. But regardless, yeah, they're just, like, if you're doing based off the OG games, maybe you have an argument. Maybe. But I don't even think that's true. Like, legitimately, I don't even think that's true. Which, like, Ember burns in Gen 1, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it's always burned, has it not? Or can you not get Ember? Which I'm actually, there's no way you don't get Ember, right? No fucking way. Yeah, you could just burn them. And they're all attacking Pokemon. Like they all have they're all offensive. The Karate Bros right outside my moon and Mount Moon, duh. Before you reach Celadon City from Mega Punch. Maybe that's what I'm yeah. I think I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, but with the Ember thing, while it's quad resisted, you can just burn them, right? And if they're not doing damage to you, then you're fine. Like if you restrict yourself to like no items, then it might be a little bit more difficult. But for being realistic here, right? I just don't think that's true. I don't think in original games Charmander struggles more than Chikorita. And even if it does struggle more, Charmander can at least do stuff later on, right? Like Chikorita can't. And if it's remakes, for sure not. No, there's no way. Because I completely forgot about Metal Claw, honestly.
Charmander is weak against the first two counter gyms, and that was never an issue. Greninja usage in VGC in 2015 was 1%. That never stopped them from being fan favorites, and they never received an inch of the backlash Chikorita has received. You know.
Yeah, because Greninja's cool. And also there's like Smogon singles, because Greninja was like one of the best Pokemon in the history of Smogon singles. Just because of constantly being able to swap its type with the original version of Protean. I ain't seen Chikorita doing that shit. Like Meganium was solid in Gold Silver OU, I think it was. I think it was a UU Pokemon, but it actually was solid in OU. That's true. But any generation after that, it's just not very good. And I don't see Meganium's usage stats being above Greninja's in Gen 6 or Gen 7. Like I just don't. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Oh, which other starters were victims of backlash when they were released? Delphox, who has its design heavily inspired by medieval witches.
That's true. Like I almost said Meganium again. That's true. But Delphox did get some hate. That's true. But then it went away after like a month. Like after like a month of it, like I just didn't see people hating on Delphox anymore. Straight up. I think it was more a situation of like people seeing a weird ass design before they had any like understanding what the Pokemon was. Because Delphox is like not a super love starter, but I see more people loving it than hating it, you know? And whenever like Greninja's design leaked, which I don't know if people remember this, when Greninja's design leaked, like back before X and Y came out, like people hated Greninja. They were like, "There's no way this is real. Oh my god, he looks awful. Like, what is that scarf?" Like people were going crazy about Greninja when it first like dropped, like or whenever it was like leaked back when. Something furry. That's also true. Like this was the first like actual quote unquote furry star that stood up. Well, there's Infernape, I guess. Gen 5 had Emboar. Yeah, I don't really know if I count those guys, but I mean, yeah, honestly, I probably should. So yeah, it definitely wasn't like the first furry-ish starter, I suppose. But like I think there was for sure hate on Delphox initially, right? But I think it just had more so to do with it being the lamer of the designs in comparison to Chestnut being this giant fucking hulking behemoth knight, which actually looks really cool. Chestnut's lit. And then Greninja, just being fucking Greninja, you know? Like once Greninja was officially announced to like the world, people loved Greninja, but the leaked Greninja people hate it for some reason. People were really mad about that Greninja. Back to video games.
And mages. Primarina, back when Sun and Moon were released.
It wasn't Primarina that got hate. It was Poplio. Poplio got hate, not Primarina. I was there. I was a Poplio stan. I was there. I was a Poplio lover since day one. People were mad at me for liking Poplio and not this weird-ass cat that ended up becoming the best Pokemon of all time and this cringe-ass owl that just died when it evolved. I was the Poplio lover. But yeah, like, I mean, people were like, Primarina's lame, but it was less about Primarina being lame and more so about it coming from Poplio. You know, it was one of those situations. And again, that hate was gone really quickly as soon as it turns out, wait, Delphox is really good in the game and actually can put in work. And wait a minute, Primarina's actually really good in the game and can put in work. Like I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like this is like a dumb point.
Had an intense negative reaction to it. Poplio was already disliked, but evolving into a mermaid, the Pokemon community couldn't deal with that. Are you seeing a pattern here? Something I really remember, and I wish I could find more material from 2014 to show, is how much of an intense backlash the introduction of the fairy type was. People said it.
This is true. Fairy type will harvest that got a ton of hate. That's 100% true.
would ruin the game, completely break the balance of the type charts, and that it didn't make any sense that the all-powerful, masculine, mighty dragons were all of a sudden weak to Jigglypuff. And fellow queer content creator Fawn said something really interesting about fairy types in their video that also discusses Chikorita hate, which is amazing and definitely a companion piece to this one, and you should watch after.
Attributing a type to the aesthetic helps to validate it in the space, in the community, and with the fans. The developer said, yes, there's girly pop Pokemon, and they're quite strong.
And I completely agree with that. Making the fairy
Yeah, that's
type
fine.
as
Like,
strong competitively
no one
as
really
Game Freak has
disagrees with
chosen to means not only to validate femininity in Pokemon, it is to say there is power in femininity, enough
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I missed something because, like, I would have been 12. I'm gonna Pokemon X when I come out. I was 13 years old, right? So maybe I'm just missing something. But like the initial hate on fairy Pokemon was there. That's 100% true. But it wasn't like, oh hey, this game is going to die or anything, or like, oh my god, but they got these girly stuff in my game. It was never anything like that. Like, I think it was the whole thing of like, oh, dragons only super effective against dragon. What the fuck? People are freaking out about the type. There was freak out about type chart, but I don't think that was because fairy type is a girly thing. I think it was just more so about like people are like worried about the type chart, which was already unbalanced at the time, you know. But like fairy type did end up like fixing a lot of stuff, honestly. So like it's ultimately for the better, and I don't think anyone like would disagree with that nowadays. Even people who are like hardcore anti-fairy type guys back in the day, I think they'd agree.
to take down legends and dragons, and I think that's awesome.
It's
And
magic.
to remind you, dear stranger online, I'm not trying to say that something is definitely sexism or not, or that one thing is 100% this
There's
or
something on
that.
my screen.
I'm rehearsing. I'm entertaining an idea, and these are things that have happened over the last 20 years. I'm not saying that only feminine additions to the
Did you see that little pixel on my screen? Like in her hair? Like, what's up with that? Hold on. What if I? No, I think that's the video. Okay, cool. Weird. All right, back to it.
Pokemon franchise are hated. There has been different types of starters backlash before, like the ever-present fire fighting Bipedal Final Evolution. But it's interesting to look for patterns, right?
Wait,
Why
fire and
does Chikorita
fighting?
still receive such a disproportionate amount of hate? Does it have any
Hold on. Fire and fighting, and you bring up fucking Incineroar? Did I miss something? Did I just like black out?
thing to do in different types of starters backlash before, like the ever-present fire fighting Bipedal Final Evolution? But
Yeah, those are not the same. Like I know she was like, oh, they're like macho. I think that was the point. But like, I don't know, man. Like that was a typing thing. People were forgetting about the typing. People were talking about the typing. They weren't talking about how like Incineroar was like a wrestler. It was the typing because we had 3 firefighting types in a row. What are we doing? It's fire dark, not firefighting. Yeah, like I think it was supposed to be like it's like the aesthetic of like the fighter, right? Which is fair, right? You don't want like all the Pokemon to be the same. But you know, we had Blaziken, Infernape, Imbor, all in a row, all firefighting. You know, it's like I don't get it. I don't get it.
it's interesting to look for patterns, right? Why Chikorita still receives such a disproportionate amount of hate? Does it have
'Cause it's
anything
bad.
to do to things that have happened before? Not
Yes,
only
'cause
Pokemon,
they're bad.
but in all culture that surrounds it. The only person that
'Cause the
can
stats are
come
bad.
up with a conclusion is you. But what I would argue is that gaming has changed. The internet has changed, and the way that Pokemon is marketed has definitely changed.
Terrestrialization is like the best gimmick in Pokemon, probably. I'd say it's probably the best one. And without a doubt, it doesn't do anything on Meganium. Like, literally, there's no way to save Meganium, man. It's so tragic.
We've been through a pandemic, a market crash, Pokemon Go happened. Culture today is really different from culture in 1999.
That's
the
true.
demographic of the Pokemon community online is also wildly different from what
Yep.
it was in 1999. And the way women and
That's
gender
all chat move. Meganium, Terrestrialization, Omegas and Terrestrializations are great. My fave TBH. Oh, that's so true. Like, Z-moves are a cool idea. And Dynamax has its, like, little cool things. But, like, Mega Evolution is just, like, cooler. You know? Like, Mega Evolution is just like, I'm going Super Saiyan, ah! And then Terrestrialization is just, like, from a balancing perspective and from just, like, a gameplay perspective, it's probably the best one. You know? It's unfortunate that, like, when you're doing, like, a normal playthrough, you probably, realistically speaking, can only change your Terra type, like, once. But if you're keeping it a buck, I think it's fine. You know, because you're probably changing what the Terra type of your starter, probably. So I think it's fine. And Mega's gonna be lit in Legends of EA. It's gonna be great.
conforming people have claimed spaces in the online community for themselves, makes it so that the configuration is very different today than it was in 1999. Today we can have Pokemon like Tinkaton become instant fan favorites or Meowscarada be one of the most celebrated starters. Pokemon that are, yes, designed for girls instead of just feminine Pokemon designed for
Like, they might be designed for girls, because, like, this point was brought up earlier, where it's like, oh, Pokemon designed for girls, which I thought about Tinkaton immediately. I mean, they might be designed for girls, or they're just designed to be Pokemon. Like, I don't know. I feel like both are probably true, honestly. Let's keep it a buck. They're both probably true.
ways, because the Pokemon community has become much more inclusive and welcoming and diverse than it was in 1999. But I think memory persists,
Yeah,
right?
that's like everything, though. Like that, everything was super divided back in the olden days of before certain people existed, and then, oh, wait, boom, clashing together and molding into a community that is Pokemon. You know, like, that's just like how things kind of go.
Time is a funny thing. You might have a negative reaction to something 20 years later because, in the past, you were scared of being judged by your friends for picking the girly starter. And I think that's something important for us to talk about, not just ridicule as a crazy idea, and that's why I'm making this video. I think that you can have a myriad of reasons for why you dislike Chikorita. Either because you had a hard time using her in Johto, or because you didn't like its moves, or simply and purely because you don't vibe with the design, and that's fine. But I think that for a few people, there might be some roots in an old, gamer, misogynistic culture from the 2000s that complains about female characters' designs, that complains about female character protagonists, and we see that in our daily lives.
Not like, I mean, there might be some truth to this, but like, I don't hear anyone hating on Tomb Raider. I don't hear anyone hating on like Metroid. I don't know. Like, maybe there's something I'm forgetting. Like, I'm sure there has been like a few games and stuff that's been hated solely because of female protagonists, but I just can't think of any. Like, I don't know. I think if it's just like if they just say, "Oh, hey, I don't like this game because it's bad," and there has to be a female protagonist, it's like, all right, whatever, GG next. You know, to just make a better game. Tifa from Final Fantasy VII, lol. You know, yeah, that's a good point. People love love Tifa. like straight up. I mean, technically speaking, I mean, I haven't played Final Fantasy, so I could be mistaken, but I thought the main character was Cloud, right? Well, I would also assume that Tifa is at least a large enough presence for her to be like considered at least a main character, right? Because I always assumed, because like, yeah, Cloud's on the box art, but then there's also like a bunch of like stuff I see with also that also features Tifa. So yeah, I'd assume Tifa's at least like maybe not even the main character, but at least large enough of a role. And plus, like, she's like a boxer too. Like, she punches shit. You know, she doesn't do girly stuff like, oh, let me like heal you, healing spell. You know, it isn't like anything like that. Cloud is the main protagonist, but Tifa is right up there as second. That, yeah, I think that's how it goes. I haven't played the games, right? So I'm just gonna believe you. But like straight up, like Tifa isn't like doing healing spell. Yeah. Oh no, I'm scared. Like when I see Tifa, she's always punching stuff like super hard. You know, like I don't know. Like I feel like at this point in this video, I just feel like things were just kind of poorly researched and more so just like, oh, people are mad at the starter I like. You know, I feel like that's just like what we're getting at, because like you didn't even include Scyther when talking about the type matchup, right? And for Gen 2. Or for the second gen, I mean. Like, you didn't even bring up Scyther, who has Fury Cutter, by the way. Flower Girl support. Tifa will kill you with her fist. Tifa's gonna punch you into the dirt. Turn you into a mist. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like, so as, I don't know, maybe there's a final point that, like, completely changed my mind. But I just feel like this video just doesn't have a reason to exist. You know, because, like, this isn't research. Like, it just does not, like, or actually, no. But yet, it feels researched, but in the wrong way. Like, you did stuff, but you were only looking for stuff to validate your point, because you didn't even include Scyther. Bugsy doesn't only have Metapod and like, Kakuna. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I just don't get it.
We know these people exist, and I don't think it's a stretch to think that this also applies to a little grass starter. And also, something that I think is really important for this video is that I always try to remind people, not everything is made for you.
That's
not
true.
Everything is made for me. Really, and that's fine. I think algorithms showing us curated posts made by people we don't follow, or videos from YouTubers we never heard of, that might make us forget that the people who made these things maybe didn't make it specifically for us. Maybe I'm just not the audience for that. And that's fine. When Game Freak chooses a set of starters, they are not choosing them to please me, Cecily. They might be choosing them to please Gen 1 fans, or Unova fans, or young teenage girls, or the developers themselves. We need to always remember, not everything that exists on the internet is tailor-made for me, just because it showed up in my timeline. And
Nope, it is 100% for me. It is only for me.
something else that I learned from this channel is that it is true. Every single Pokemon is someone's favorite. That's not a hyperbole. It's not worth to dunk on.
No, that is hyperbole. There are a few Pokemon that are no one's favorites. Like, there's quite a few Pokemon that's no one's favorite. I think there's like 5, and Young Goose is one of them.
any Pokemon at all, because there will always be someone in the comments who loves them or has a special story with them. Even Pokemon like Veluza sniping me down at Lightspeed in Castle Lake.
Hey man, Veluza's Pog, because I didn't even think about this until recently. The reason why Veluza's so fast, yeah, it's like speed stats like 7 or something, super slow, is because it's using Fillet Away to catch up to you. You know? Hypno Jinx for me, you're weird. You're like Hypno Jinx, you're weird. Alright.
There will be someone who loves them. In the end, it's just personal taste. And if it's not for me, then it's certainly for someone else. A lot has changed in this community since Chikorita.
By the way, this right here is fucking beautiful. I want the shark sleeping with the fishes. True. I hate them. Oh, you hate the Pokemon. Oh, my bad. You're not as weird. I completely misinterpreted what you put. I'm stupid. I apologize. Also, leave my boy Veluza alone, right? He's just living his best life. What's up, Cup? How you doing? But also, and again, I say this again. Meganium here, absolutely fucking beautiful.
Wasn't
They did
used,
great
and
with
I really
this.
hope
They
she
did great
gets
with this
an
scene,
incredible
man.
upgrade in Pokemon Legends EA. Whether it's access to Rage Powder, a nice regional form, or a broken Mega Evolution, because this little pair is really special to me. I really hope, as Fawn has said, that the Fairy type comes in to upgrade this Pokemon that has for way too long held the title of most hated starter, for reasons I think are super unfair. And I think that's why the diversity of designs in Pokemon is so amazing. Because for a small
OMG,
girl
that
that
reminds
will
me
be
that I
given
need to
Chikorita
play the
as a
new
choice
Snap
for the
game.
first time in Legends EA,
Do it!
saying that this Leaf Pokemon,
I need to play for
Pokemon that
stream
was
at some point
designed
too,
with her
actually.
in mind, can also be powerful, can be a healer, can be a tank, and can be really, really, really fun to play with.
Hold on, let me get that point again real quick.
First time in Legends EA, saying that this Leaf Pokemon, a Pokemon that was designed with her in mind, can also be powerful, can be a healer, can be a tank, and can be really, really,
Wait, hold
really
up.
fun to play with.
So powerful, can be a healer, can be a tank, right? And can be fun to play with, right? So there's a problem there. Most Pokemon can't do more than like 2 of those things, and Meganium can't do any of those. Like, it's really tragic. If only Trico were the grass starter. Love that little guy. Dude, true, I feel that. Honestly, Trico would be cool as a starter in Legends EA, but it has a Mega, so I didn't see it becoming the starter.
Is what Pokemon is all about. Because Pokemon is for girls. Pokemon is for gender non-conforming people. Pokemon is for everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a buck. This video's ass. This video is not good. There's a lot of problems with this video. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like in my mind, right? I'm thinking what happened is she was like, "Oh, people are actually." Hold on, back up. Fuck, I can't speak. She saw the trailer. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Chikorita's lit," right? Because we love Chikorita. Income's going on to Twitter. People hating on the starters. And she's like, damn. I'm upset about that. I love Chikorita. I'll make a video about it. Like, I feel like that's what it is. Like, I'm gonna give it a whole ass stack, dog. Like, like, how are you gonna leave out Scyther when you're talking about Bugsy and why Chikorita's not good in Gen 2? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Trico suffering from success. That's so true. Like, am I crazy or is this video just not that great? Like, there's some stuff that just has to be bait, right? Like, I feel like this video has to be bait. I don't know. I could just be crazy, but I feel like this has to be bait. Like, this was just not a good video. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put in the chat real quick. Wait, hold on. That's the wrong link. Hold on. Yep. Oh wait, I have to exit full screen. Yep. I'm gonna put that in chat though. Damn. That was the video we just watched. Damn, so it's in chat. And like, I recommend watching on your own, but like straight up, like what was the am I missing something? Like I have to be missing something, because like that video just wasn't good. Well, I think it was put together kind of well, but I think the points were just bad. Like I think the best points was talking about the Nintendo Entertainment System being put in the boys' toy section. I think that was a pretty okay point. I think everything else just wasn't very good. Meganium isn't even that good for the role it's supposed to be. True. Most sweepers are glass cannons. Walls can tank hits. Supports can set up, but not all can tank a hit. Meg doesn't have good enough moves. That is true. I took a long time reading that because I might be a little stupid. I thought I heard a cat scratching my door. Like, it's upsetting because Meganium should be really good, but Meganium isn't. Like, it'd be one thing if Meganium was like just complete and utter trash like in the playthrough, but turns out to be like a insanely crazy monster in competitive speaking. Like it should be really good, honestly. Which they're never going to touch its stats again, and they're never going to change its typing. So I think with it giving a mega, they'd be like, okay, getting some new light, or hell, like I think a regional form is going to be the best for it. Like they need to. I think a regional form makes the most sense to give to the starters, especially Chikorita, because if you give it a mega, then what happens when it isn't relevant in future games? Like there's going to be Pokemon champions, so it might actually be relevant, like with Mega Evolution. But like, I don't know, man. It just Meganium's just like a victim, like number one victim circumstance. Then number two just isn't good at doing what it's supposed to do. And we're gonna find out more about that momentarily because we're gonna play more Pokemon Heart Gold with Meganium as the starter. But like straight up, it is very depressing. Like if I was a little kid playing through Gen 2 again, and I have no knowledge of Pokemon or minimal knowledge about Pokemon, I pick Chikorita, and I just get rolled the first two gyms with my Chikorita, I'm either going to box it or I'm going to restart the game and pick Cyndaquil or like Totodile, you know? Like that's just me, because at least Bulbasaur can like put in work. It's not that great either, true. Moving ZA gets new moves in either new form or mega to make it relevant. Yeah, it's gonna get something. There's no way they're just making it a starter and giving it nothing. That'd be a big middle finger, honestly. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, we have Meganium here as a starter, but you get no Mega. No Mega. It's like, okay, cool, no Mega, that's fine. Do we at least get like a regional form for it to be like Grass Fairy? Because people always want to be Grass Fairy, so it's like, can we at least get like a Grass Fairy Meganium? No. No. No, no, no. Yeah, like, I don't understand the like thought process of it. It just wasn't good. Like straight up, it just didn't make any sense. Like your argument kind of fell off after you said, yeah, competitive viability and Pokemon being good in certain gens, and then you were like, oh, Charmander's, it's harder to sweep with Charmander for the first gym that is with Chikorita, but then completely left out like Charmander getting Metal Claw in the remakes. Like, yeah, it's rough. It's rough in these streets. It's fucking rough in these streets, man. Well, we're playing Pokemon, so we're gonna do that now. I'm just gonna skip all this. All right. Last time we left off, I caught what I catch. I caught something. What I catch. I caught Corsola! Because Corsola learns a bunch of cool moves I want it to learn. But I don't know if it's... Did we throw on the party? I think I just threw on the party. Because I'm going to give it Surf. Do I have access to Whirlpool yet? I don't know if I do. It's going to get Surf, Whirlpool. Probably... I might just give it Rock Smash as well. Actually, don't I have Surf on you right now? I do. That's going to be good enough for right now. Actually, can I even use Whirlpool outside of battle? Yeah, I don't even know if I can. I don't remember, honestly. But I do have Corsola for whenever we do need to use Whirlpool. So I'm not... Okay, get me out of the fucking box! I'm going to use Whirlpool on Corsola, because I am not throwing that on Quagsire. You got me fucked up. And we need to go out to, Chuck. Whatever the name of that city is. Heart Gold Gyms. Let's see, and our ace can only be 31. Alright, cool. That won't be a problem. And is Shuckle gonna be worth a pickup coming up? Probably not, right? Probably not gonna be worth a pickup. Oh, we probably don't even bother with trying to grab Shuckle. Actually, no, we get a gift Shuckle. Alright, cool. Yeah, so we'll get the gift Shuckle. Wait, and actually, do I have repels? I have 8. That should be good enough. Damn. Oh wait, yeah, because my guy is like level 17. That's right. I do have Runaway. I guess Repel was a mistake. Doesn't matter. We need to get Kruma evolved anyway. Bruh. Alright. Hold on. That's wicked. I think I know the route to avoid every trainer. Oh, there's something to do here. That comes later. Oh, that was closer than I thought it was. I remember that being so much farther as a kid. Yeah, it's fine. And then one of these houses we get a Shuckle for free, which I want just because I want Pokemon. Something psychic types, yada yada. We don't got any of those. We could get an Espeon, but I don't think we're gonna. We're gonna put Furt in the PC. And I'm trying to think of who's like reasonable to bring to the gym. I mean, like, Wow is gonna be pretty good because we resist fighting, I guess. Oh wait, no, we need the Shuckle. Get back to the box. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half? Damn, I've been going for a long time. I mean, for the reaction video, because the reaction video, I just didn't feel like I was going that long. If I can get off the fucking sign. I want to buy the method. Did I forget to go to the fucking lighthouse? I forgot to go to the lighthouse. No, whatever. We can fly back and just go through. It's fine. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. Hold on. I forgot to go to the fucking lighthouse. Because, like, Chuck's, like, 31, right? So that makes sense now I think about it. Hold on. I completely forgot to go to the... it's fine. And I should bring Onyx with me. And give him the metal coat. Because in this, patch, I'm able to, evolve the Pokemon by giving them the held item and then having them level up with it. So Metal Coat, I give to our boy. Because we do have Thief on Scyther, so we got ourselves Metal Coats, which I'll be real. I just hacked those fuckers, and I'm not spending like 20 minutes trying to get 2 Metal Coats. But I didn't want to wait until post-game. Can't I just take the elevator? Ooh, money. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. All right, whatever. I suppose I'll just battle my way through everything, and I think I should open up with Onyx. And really, I should have had more low-level Pokemon on my team. Just so we don't accidentally over-level or something. There's no way to avoid the scout. Oh, nope. Yeah, definitely not. That's okay, because I'm going to one-shot this guy. Rock throw. Damn. 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 Yeah. Ah! What? Rocky is evolving! Ah! No, I don't want your fucking phone number. Mother! I do enjoy free stuff. That comes off my money. Got our boy Steelix, baby. Yeah. Dude, that defense is crazy. It just sucks we have a bad nature, but it's so much better. And also, we don't have our guy following behind us, man, because Steelix is too goddamn big. Look how big he is. Yashi berries? Sure, I suppose. And since we're already right here, might as well just heal. I was really hoping we get like a choice scarf or something. This guy's gonna be a sailor, so he's gonna have like a billion water types. Say a billion, but it's actually 2. Ow. There we go, baby. What time is it? Time to evolve. We're getting scissor. Oh yeah. No, I don't want your phone number. Oh, do I have to move relearn Bullet Punch? I mean, that'll come later, I guess. We don't need Bullet Punch right now. Bruh. Fucking Pidgey. Ow. I'm rubbing some dirt in your eye. Bruh. Yeah. Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb. Oh. Yay. Hit him up with the Rock Tomb. Hell yeah. Next we get like a Racania here, right? Oh wait, I didn't realize I got dropped all the way down. Doesn't matter. Oh, item over here though. Fucking crabby. Now we're gonna go Valerie. Hell yeah! Do I want Sandstorm? No. Thundershock. Thundershock. Ether. You fucking bitch. Honestly, I should have just like not ran. Did he get 2 5 times in a row? I missed my Rock Tomb? Bullshit. Bruh. Am I out of Rock Tombs? I am. Wild. I'd like to have more Rock Tombs, please. Valerie. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I need to take my shoes off. To repel. Scalpers have ruined the Pokemon Center website now. Can't get hit on it at all for the whole day due to extreme traffic. Dude, I heard about that. That's so upsetting. Oh, that bitch, he turned around. But, yeah, because I saw people online be like, oh, yeah, you know, I wasn't able to get in at all to the Pokemon Center. What are they trying to scalp this time? Like, there's no way they're... Like, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be prismatic, right? That's my assumption. They've ruined any hope of collecting trading cards anymore. Dude, honestly, That's so true. I fucking hate that shit so much. You want to talk about annoying human beings. Like, you want to talk about problems with Pokemon community. It's those motherfuckers. Straight up. There's a new Team Rocket card set, I think. Oh, actually, hold on. I'll look this up. Pokemon Team Rocket set. Ooh, this looks sick. The Glory of Team Rocket. That looks sick. Oh, that's so sick. The Team Rocket would use Spidops. That's actually so sick. Dude, I kind of want to get a set of that. Actually, that looks sick as hell. 6 hyper rare gold edges. All right. It's fucking Destined Rivals. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think I read the wrong name. Yeah, it's Destined Rivals. That's sick. Looks cool. What was it doing? Oh yeah, it's playing Pokemon. Yeah, but scalpers are botting the site, so good luck. No one is getting them, really. That's insane. Like, I absolutely hate that shit. Because that happened with, like, the RTX cards, like the 20... Whenever the 30 series cards were dropping. People were, like, using bots to get every single graphics card they can get their hands on. For not only scalping, but also for crypto mining. And that's just crazy to me. Like, you take time out of your day to do that shit. Like, there's no way you're making significantly more money than what you're selling it for. I mean, there are guys being like, oh, I'm going to sell the set for $10,000. Which is absurd to me. Alright, now I can buy the shit. Oh, I need to put my shoes back on. Bro, COVID-19 around that time was brutal. True, Doug. Like the age of the internet has really made, like, getting certain products difficult. Mostly just because, like, bots and scalping, you know? And any, like, really, like, niche hobbies, because Pokemon trading cards were, like, not that crazy in terms of popularity in the grand scheme of the world, until, like, you know, Logan Paul made some YouTube videos, you know? I mean, obviously it was popular, but, like, that, like, really threw a fire in it. It's pathetic of the scalpers that hog the TCG vending machines now in stores and buying all the restock. It's most, if not most now. Dude, true. Like, I see videos of that all the time. I've never seen one of those vending machines in person. They look really cool. But I'll probably never get a chance to use them. Because there'll probably be a guy putting $12,000 worth of their, like, the balloons inside of it to get, like, a few pieces of cardboard. It's just crazy to me. Like, I don't understand the thought process in doing so. Wait, hold on. Let me look up Whirlpool. I want to make sure I have the... Because if I can use it now, I might just bring Corso with me. Because I kind of want to see about getting Horsey. Let's see. Can I just use it, or do I need to beat a gym leader? Because I don't remember what I had to do. Outside of Battle. I don't see anything about needing a certain badge for it, so I might just say fuck it and just grab Corsola. Because, like, for what I need, I don't need for it. Yeah, because I really want to try to get a Horsey. And we're going to put probably Scizor in the... I mean... Let's put Togekiss in the front. No, fuck, come on. Let's go. I've been, like, watching those, like, videos of people, like, grabbing all the cards. Is like, it's so fucking cringe. Like, I don't know, man. Like, how do you, like, go to sleep at night? If I can't use this now, then we'll get Horsey later, I guess, but I'm pretty sure I can use it now. I want to drop Refresh. And then I want to get Surf. And we're gonna drop... Is it Bubble I have? There's a Water Gun. I'm gonna find out. Bubble. Get out of here, Bubble. You're level 20, you got fucking Bubble. It's absurd. I don't think I need anything else for the time being. Bip, and then I'm going to go bag. Bam, that's wrong pocket. Bam. And actually, I'm going to look up Horsey real quick. I'm pretty sure it's at the Whirl Islands. We get Horsey in the Whirl Islands. Alright, cool. And it just needs to be floor number 1. Alright, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the Whirl Islands and get ourselves a Horsey. Which is super close by. Oh wait, that's... I just did a stupid. Doesn't really matter. Oh my god, he's so many Pokemon! Why? Oh, we're just gonna blast through them. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I guess I just can't use Whirlpool yet. That's fine. Actually, when can I use Whirlpool stock? Out of Battle. The Glacier Badge. All right, cool. That's no problem. Yeah, let's get Horsey later, because I think Horsey might actually be useful. You bitch! I do not like you. Really? You lived? Alright, whatever. Actually, is there any way for me to enter the Whirl Islands? We'll throw on Repel, why not? Doesn't look like it. God, I didn't even see that guy, and he was clearly there. Keep battling and just nuke him. Perish. I keep doing that. I need to stop running into trainers. It's not that big of a deal, honestly, but... yeah. I for sure can't go across? Yeah, I can't. Honestly, that kind of seems fine for the most part. Okay, he won't run to me. Bam. Rah! I'm running to every single trainer. Running to literally all of them. What do you mean you have rest? You motherfucker used it again! You had priority there. You used it again. Actually, does rest have priority? I don't know if it has priority. He used some sort of priority move. That's all I know. Sweet. And now we do need to put our boy, any one of these guys actually into the PC. We're gonna put Scizor in the PC. Actually, no, better yet, or slow. We don't need you anymore. But we do, in fact, need the medicine. Secret potion and what? You got anything worthwhile? Nope. I think he gives me a shuckle. Yay! His name's Shucky. I'm gonna take the berry juice. It's mine now. Yeah, shuckle, baby. Bro's got gluttony, baby. Shuckle, baby. Bro is never going to get used, ever. Let me in the PC. Fuck. And then grab you. Damn. Who should I carry with me for the time being? Man, I wish we had the experience share now. Because I'd will Harvest that throw Pineco on the team just for the XP. We're for sure not gonna run Steelix. I think we just do Heracross. Yeah. Wait, actually, I need my notepad. Chikorita. Chikorita. Where'd it go? There it is. Why is it... why is it like this? There we go. Make this smaller. Put you here. And so next is going to be Gym 5. There we go. And I think we're going to lead off with Un, just so he's probably going to do like a lot of damage to the gym. And then we're going to, actually, wait, don't we see Suicune? We do. Hey, Suicune, hey. And then this guy's like, actually, do we fight him here? Nah. Oh, we do. Yucine. Alright, well, Yucine, I'm gonna count Yucine as a boss fight, so fuck it. That's how it's pronounced, Yucine? You know, one thing's for sure, I'm not staying in here. I have Thief, right? Yeah. Actually, this might be considered a boss fight, so I'm not gonna speed up. Give me an item. Damn. And this is 100% accurate, you know, might as well. Electrode. I mean, Devin might actually be able to put in work here. Well, he's gonna outspeed anyway, right? So if he does have Explosion, then I think I'm just kind of boned in that regard. I mean, like, I'm trying to think what he could possibly do. Probably roll out, I assume. Did I just reflect? Or did I just say fuck it, poison powder? I think I'm poison powder. Yeah, it's probably better I didn't reflect there then. Opera? Alright. Okay. We love video games. Yeah, my defense going down is not good. Not good at all. I'll probably live one of anything. I'm going to Magical Leaf. I should live this Thunder, no problem. Yeah. I don't think I live a rollout, though, no. Actually, no, your attack's like 1. I think we risk it for the biscuits. And he missed. Let's go. Poison kill him. Yay! Haunter. I mean, like, yeah, man, just go Sizzler. Oh no, he's looking at me very meanly. Whatever will I do? Into a minute, but you win. But yeah, so that was cool, I guess. Actually, won't this lady just give me fly right now if I talk to her? Oh, I had to be the gym leader first. Which yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you got. Like that's what I thought would happen. But yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that Bayleaf was useful against Yucine because like we stopped its ace. Its ace, his ace. His ace was the Electrode, which was level 27. So I'm gonna say it's useful. Why not? What's even in here? Oh wait, I was thinking it was gonna be Super Rod because I saw the Fisherman, but like that's a Kanto exclusive, which is unfortunate. Oh wait, no, I can't go this way. All right, sweet. Yeah, just go into the. Okay, let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Yep, there we go. All right, let's go to the gym. Can't fight this guy yet, so I won't bother. Now we're gonna stay in wing attack. Ow. Revolving already? Do I need to stay? Actually, no, I don't think I can cancel a friendship evolution. Hold up. Gold bet. Gold bet. Gold bet. Gold bet. Gold bet. I don't know what level I am. What level am I? Like 26, right? I'm pretty sure the same level up, right? Looks like the same level up. Level 27 is air slash, and then yeah, that's the same level up. Fuck yeah, let's just evolve. Yeah, I didn't mean to speed up through the evolution, but you know, here we are. Do I learn cross poison by evolving, or do I need to move relearner? I do need to move relearner. I have a lot of moves to move relearn, which is gonna be fine. Dude, Crowbat's gonna be so sick. Look how big he is. Big ass boy. I'm just gonna fight him from behind. Yay! It's a large crank. Will you turn it? Probably. Actually, can I cross over this? No. Okay. So what's the point of going to the right? Just getting the last guy? Is he there for, like, symmetricality? And I think I'm gonna lead Crobat, which I'm already doing. Just so it, like, looks... Or not looks, fuck. Just because we just, like, evolved him, I think it'd just be cool. And let me pull up the notepad. There we go. Notepad Gym 5, baby. Let's go. Oh, I gotta go all the way up. Fucking hell. I would have saved or something, man. Yay! Okay. Let's save real quick. Yeah. And actually, we can get everyone up to level 31, so I should probably do that first, huh? Right, 31. Yep, 31 is the ace. 29, 31. Air cutter? Air cutter? I don't think I learned air cutter. Air cutter's special, right? Yeah, it's special. Yeah, I don't learn that. $31. Oh wait, for a second I almost spammed that shit. Wind. I accidentally hit B. I don't know if I need to save the evolution or not, which I guess it doesn't matter. Laffy. I didn't mean to hit B. Does not matter. Let's see. Falls at 30. We get discharge at 31. Yeah, we want to save. Okay, so honestly, it's a good thing we did save the evolution because that gives us discharge, which I'd rather have Thunderbolt, but discharge is decent. Sure beats the hell out of Thundershock. Can't believe we're like level 30 and just getting like a halfway decent electric type move. We still have tackle, which is also crazy, but we're rolling with it. And before we click on anything, we get power jump at 59, which I don't think is going to be useful. 47. What is the levels of the everything? Yeah, that's not reasonable for me to get power gem. Maybe I get more hidden power TMs, and it turns out hidden power is actually like a decent type on Valerie that might be worthwhile. We get energy ball in this thing? We might get energy ball in this gen. I don't think we actually in this gen. I don't know if you do. Doesn't look like it. We could get outrage, but our attack stat's not good enough for that. Did I get Dragon Pulse either? We don't get shit out in Ampharos. You just watched that video, dog. They're talking about like Gen 2 like learn sets being bad, dude. They ain't fixing this game. I don't think it's worth learning Slash. No, I don't think it is. Nah, we're not gonna learn Slash. Cool. Takedown? Is takedown worth? Probably not, right? Because Aerialist is still like weak-ish move, so that might just be worth. Yeah, I think we drop tackle. Let me think, why would we ever hit takedown? I can think of a reason why we won't hit tackle. I can't think of reasons to hit takedown. Cool. I'm gonna save again just in case, actually. And then we're gonna fight the gym leader. My bro's just standing here and watching me feed my Pokemon rare candies. Yeah, we're gonna skip after this gym. We're skipping Jasmine. And then we're going straight to what's his name? Price. Yeah. Because of the level difference. That's mostly why. Yeah. Okay, sweet. We're hopping into it. And we're opening up the Crobat because we just evolved him, and I think it'd be cool. But also, I don't think Meganium's going to do anything to... I think it's Primate at first. For sure it's Primate. She knows. So what abilities can... Okay, we're fine. Cool. Look at that. Where did I put the notepad? There it is. He's like, he's talking about like, oh, does it make me better at... Does it has nothing to do with Pokemon? That's true. We shall do battle. Yeah. Chuck. Alright, Gym 5. Will Meganium be useful? Which, by the way, it's insane this guy only has 2 Pokemon. Like, I understand Primate is, like, decent. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, we're just gonna wing attack. He almost one-shot the thing. Dude, if we critted, we would have killed it. Oh, wait, I think he has a Hyper Potion. So he's for sure Hyper Potioning. Bruh. Crit. Bruh, that's a high roll? Or was that a mid roll? I don't know, I have no fucking idea. Uh-oh. We live that. Oh! We're gonna Grandma. Oh no, I should have went. Yeah, actually, I should have went. Wow. Because we have Aerial Ace. It'll be fine. I'm gonna steal what you got. I don't think you have anything. Dang. Maybe the play would have been start Meganium and Reflect. It'll be fine. That's Focus Punch. That is Focus Punch. Oh. Yeah, we're chilling. Cool. I never ever had like I've never ever had issues with that Primate before. That's wild. Yep, and we're gonna switch into Devin. Oh yeah, Devin, yeah, Devin, yeah. We haven't lost yet. He for sure outspeeds me. I'm gonna reflex though. Okay, hindsight should have just Magic Leafed. But we should live this relatively well. That's so crazy damage. Alright, don't play around. Yeah, I don't think we have time to poison it, which I don't think we need to poison it. Easy. Yeah, we don't really care much about Surf. Oh my god, it's a crit! Can we crit? Can we crit? Yay! Asking you shall receive. I'm gonna say Devin is useful into Gym 5. I think it's fair. I think it's fair to say that Bayleaf is useful into Gym 5. I'm worthy of the Storm Badge. Yeah. TMO 1. Focus Punch. I'm never using that fucking move. Okay, now we get TMO to Fly. And so I have a few things I want to do before the next gym leaders. I mean, for sure we got to go back to Olivine City so we can give the medicine to Ampharos. But I could also just wait to do that. And just take on Price. That's something I could just do. And also that gives us access to Whirlpool, so we can actually go and get Horsey. That's probably what we're going to do. It does suck to lose 100% accuracy, but I think we just are going to do that. Sweet, we got fly. Hold on, I must heal. I must heal my Pokemon. They're damaged. They're hurt. Ah! Yep, Pokemon, and then we can fly away. Fly away. Yeah, we're not gonna go to Allvine City yet. What can I get at Goldenrod? I can get TMs. Are there any TMs that Meganium can get though? I don't know if there's any TMs that Meganium can get, but for sure we need to get this real quick. Ooh. Okay. Low key, not bad, not bad at all, not bad at all. Was it? I don't remember what floor had. It said mechanical something. Okay, this isn't the floor I want to be on. Actually, I think it's this floor. Okay, it was so... It has to be like floor 5 then. Because now one of them has the lottery. Then one of them has all the TMs. Yep, this one's TMs. Flash. These are the screens down here, right? Yeah, these are the screens. Solar Beam. Fire Blast. Thunder. Focus Blast. Hyper Beam. I'm pretty sure that one's just Blizzard. It says it's a Blizzard. Throws a Blizzard. I'm pretty sure that might just be Blizzard. And I think this one has like the lottery. Which we're gonna try the lottery. Actually, I want to see what the prizes are. TM65, Nest Ball, and a berry. $300 for a Ross berry, baby. Alright, that's cool. And I'm pretty sure we can get the Bolt Beam TMs. I did not want to be here. We can get the Bolt Beam TMs from the game corner. Yeah, which those are all Gen 1 Pokemon, so we can't really touch them. Yeah. 10,000 coins for each, which I might just give myself all those TMs later. I have the coin case, baby. You know, we're gonna play a game of Voltorb Flip. Why not? Play. Alright, so these are all 0, right? So these are guaranteed. And so this... no, I don't want to. There we go. These have to be 1s or Voltorbs. Because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doesn't add up. That's not enough numbers. None of these are safe. Actually, isn't there a button I can hit for this? Hold on. Did not mean to do that. Suppose I could just do this. Let's see. This is all 0. Let's see. So there's 3 Voltorbs here. 4. So one of these has to be a 3. But none of these are safe. None of these are safe. Alright, so there's 3 Voltorbs here. So mathematically speaking, So it's either a 2 or a 3 here. This is probably safe. No! Which is unfortunate. I want to win a round. I want to win a round. Voltorb, 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 Voltorb. So let's just start opening shit. No, I don't want to quit. Let's start opening shit. What the fuck? Alright, that's cool, I guess. That's actually unfortunate, because that was, like, not a good board. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. And then, bam, bam, bam. Alright, so we just start hitting buttons, right, at this point? Okay, so that's 3. I think all these are safe. So this is probably safe. Yeah, there we go. Cool. My collected coins. So these are all safe. And then we want bam, 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 bam. Then bam, 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 bam. Alright, so one of these 3, or I guess 4, has to be a Voltorb, right? Voltorb, Voltorb. And then Voltorb, Voltorb here. So then it has to be like bam. That's 3, 6. So we don't even need I think it's this one, right? Yeah. Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it's a 2, well, no, it can't be 2. So this has to be it. Yeah. All right, cool. Easy. Yeah. This is also kind of like a rough board, but I will figure it out. This one's 3 or 3 Voltorbs. That's tough. This one's 4. 2 Voltorbs. This gonna be a 2? Nope. Damn. That's rough. Then bip, 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 bip. Bip, 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 bip. Damn. Alright. Yay, money and shit. Alright, let's use our thinking caps, baby. So this is 4 and there's 2 Voltorbs. So one of these has to be a 2. I feel like this has to be a 2. It's not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, some of these boards are just getting rough. And this is also another rough board. I don't think there's anything I can mark off immediately. I think I just have to click on stuff. The middle! Yeah, I feel like one of these 1 rows are just the safer ones. That's really fucking rough. Okay, okay. That helps out us. This has to be a Voltorb. So that's a these all the ones are Voltorbs. So like this is probably safe, right? Yeah. All right. I'm thinking this one's kind of a rough board. This one's fine. Nope. Yeah, I just kind of had to try shit whenever it comes to like stupid boards. Like at least I can like mark off an entire row with this one. Pip, 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 pip. I mean, this one's probably safe, right? Yeah, 2. So that's 2, 3, 4. Okay, so one of these has to be a 2. Which one is it going to be? Which one is it going to be? Money's on this one. All right, sweet. Yep, so just never touch those ones. This one's probably safe. Ayo. So there's 2 Voltorbs, so this is full. We've cleared. So this one's 2. This is 1 Voltorb. I need another 2. This could be a 2. This could be a 2. It's a 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right, I'm doing numbers right. And then I'm not close to clicking willy-nilly. I mean, I might be, actually. I might be close to just clicking buttons. Well, actually, wait, hold on. This is a 5. So 1, 2. Oh, fuck, there's a 2 somewhere. Is it here? Alright. That's cool, I guess. Unfortunate. I'm still on level 3, which is crazy. I've lost so much. I can't even clear anything off immediately. That's crazy. We're gonna go into the middle and just say, fuck it. 1. This one's probably safe. That's 3. So I need, like, a 2. There's a 2 somewhere in this middle row. Or could there be a 2? There could be 2 here. Alright, well, there's gotta be 2 here. Alright, well, never mind. Fuck me, right? Yeah, some of these boards are shit. Well, actually, why are there's just 4 Voltorbs here? Alright, cool. Which actually does help us round out a good chunk of things. So somewhere has to be a 2 along this top row. Like another 2, I mean. Could literally be any of them. It's not that one. That's why I was on 3. Wait, no, I still want that there. Alright, easy stuff. Oh, wait, no, this whole top row can't be usable. Alright, this is 2. That doesn't touch anything else. This has to be safe. What? I'm looking at this shit. Did I mark something wrong? No, I didn't mark anything wrong. What? What do you mean? Actually, I should have looked at this row again. Okay, well, this one's gonna be a bit easier. Oh, yeah, 3. Alright, so this row is all bad. I feel like this one has to be safe. Yep. And there's 3 Voltorbs? Fuck, that's scary. Well, one of them has to be a 3. That's for sure. Is the 3 more likely on the 7, or is it going to be more likely on the 6? Wait, so hold on, let me count real quick. So we got 1. Actually, I could just use... Could my mouse pick up? No. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. So one of these has to be a 2. Okay, so for this to make sense, that has to be a 3. So the 7 has to be a 3. This one I'm at now has to be a 3. No! I think I counted wrong. I had to have counted wrong. Yeah, I just counted wrong. Damn, I can't do basic math. That's crazy. Alright, well this is a rough-ass board. Actually, no, it's not. Because that has to be 1 or Voltorb. Not worth touching. Alright, that doesn't really clean up much for me. 3 Voltorbs and... So, okay. So this is probably 2, right? That's a 1? That's spooky. Actually, if this is a 2, this cleans out the bottom row for me. Come on, let's clean out the bottom row. Yay! Okay. So this has to be a Voltorb, right? Or no, it doesn't clean out the bottom row. It just like makes this a little simpler, right? Because like those 3 have to be Voltorbs, right? Which top row we kind of figured that right out already. Or it has to be a 1 or Voltorb. I feel like just based off this, I feel like this one guy in the middle is safe. No, I don't want to quit. No, stop it. I feel like this is safe. Yeah, that's safe. And so I'm looking for a 2 for sure. Okay, sweet. So this has to be a Voltorb. This guy has to be a Voltorb. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be. This is 2. I feel like this is a 2 here that I'm on. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Kick ash. Kick ash. 2. So there's 2 Voltorbs. This could be a 2. This is probably a 2 that I'm on right now. Okay, let me think real quick. 2. So this like going up and down here, right? I feel like these guys I have marked off are the Voltorbs. So I think I'm gonna do a gamble here. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. This is clear. Right? That's a Voltorb there. Actually, yeah, I think that's the one Voltorb there. Sweet. Kick ass, baby. Let's go. On level 4. All right, I'm gonna play like a few more rounds, or maybe this last one if it's like super stupid. And then we're gonna take on Price. That's 10. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, I'm looking at that. That might actually just be I'll be safe. Like this whole row, like what I got open here, these 3 might all be safe. I'm gonna say fuck it, it's early on in the round. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. So there's 2 Voltorbs. 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, so this entire bottom row is clear. Same thing with this one. Which leaves these 2, which I think these are both safe, right? Hell yeah, baby! That was so much easier than the last few rounds. Last few rounds were kind of tough. This one was nothing. Level 5! Actually, let's clear out the 0 real quick. There we go. Is there anything else I can cover? I don't think so. So one of these has to be a 2. Like one of these guys, one of these 3 over here has to be a 2 for sure. One of these has to be a 2. And then... Oh, wait, so 4 Voltorbs are around here. So I have to do some quick math. So this one can never... This one can never be a 3. Neither can this one. This one's likely a Voltorb. I'll come back to this one, probably. This one's kind of tough. Let's go here. 2. Okay. That means 8. Actually, I'm looking at this. Now that I'm looking at this, right? What are the odds these last ones that I don't have marked are all 2s? They're not. Oh, I'm still level 5. That's crazy. Bam, 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 bam. So this is a 3, right? Actually, what are the odds this is safe? It's not. It's fucking 0. That's not what the odds are. Ooh, this is a rough board. Dead in the middle, baby. That's what. Drop to game 1. That's absurd. All right. Oh, what? I didn't mean to do that. It doesn't matter. Okay, that was weird. All right. That's not full for me. Like, if I want any of these TMs, right? I'll just get myself coins for it. We can get Thunderbolt for our guy, young Flaffy. Well, he's a Ampharos now. Let me pull up. Let me pull up Meganium's learn set because I don't know if we learn Thunderbolt. I don't think we do. We learn Ancient Power via breeding. That's cool, I guess. Oh no, we also get it for a move tutor. Okay, that might be worth. Seed Bomb? Actually, do we have an attack raising or special attack raising nature? Seed Bomb might low-key be worth. Seed Bomb is move tutor, but I don't know if when we get that. Special attack raising. Alright, never mind. We're not touching that shit. Cool. But yeah, we can't really do much about that. We're gonna fight Price now. Oh, actually, no, I do need to be in this menu. I'm not used to flying. I'm just not. Just not used to flying. And I don't think there's anything else we need to worry about. I think we can just go in here. Actually, something I should think about is maybe the team I have. That's probably a good idea. Do I have any fire types? Don't have any fire types. Steelix could probably put in some work. Let me pull up Steelix's learn set. Steelix Gen 4. Let's see. We are like what, 22? Level 22 on Steelix? We Iron Tail 41. Ooh, that's rough. We get Curse soon. That's gonna be fucking crazy. I don't see anything else gonna be worthwhile, and we're just a little slow. Ice doesn't, Steel doesn't resist ice. So that's unfortunate, right? Oh no, we do resist ice in this gen. We always resist ice? Am I crazy? Did I just forget about that? Oh, I did. Well, I did. But yeah, so actually, low key might be worth bringing Corsola. We have Rock Blast. Might actually be worth. We do have Heracross. Yeah. And I think I'm going to bring Sizzler just because, like, even if he's not going to do that crazy, he's probably going to be fine to bring. We drop off our flying types. A good chunk of the ice types are going to be water types. Yeah, that's probably fine. Actually, what does Wooper get? What do you get, young Wooper? Why are you still Wooper, actually? Actually, no, it's for Earthquake, isn't it? You are a Wooper because of Earthquake, right? Yeah, you're a Wooper because of Earthquake. Which we're about to get to level 34, which we can just get. We can just get a Quagsire for Earthquake. Is it going to be worth using them, though? Probably not. For the gym at least. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think it's worth bringing him. What does Pineco get? Because we can go up to level 34 for the gym battle. We get Gyroball at 39. Which is for sure going to be better than waiting for being our guy, young Fortress. Yeah, so we just hold off on those guys. Yeah, that's fine. What we're going to do... We could get Umbreon right now. Umbreon might actually be okay. We're going to get everyone up to 30 at the minimum, which these guys are all 31, just these guys at the bottom. We're these guys to 30, and then we're going to go in. Hit the wrong button. Here we go. What do I want fucking slam for? I think I'd rather just have the tackle. And let's get him up to 30. Just to give us some wiggle room. And I guess Rock Polish wouldn't hurt. I mean, like, I don't know, let's be real. Am I ever clicking this button? Probably not. Let's get Sarah up to level 30. I mean, we have Surf already, right? Yeah, we do. Yeah, no need for Bubble Beam. Lucky Chance protects us from crits, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, that might be worth... Oh, yeah, let's drop recovery. Sweet. Oh, yeah. And then we're in the... What's his face town? Mahogany. 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 I don't think there's anything to really worry about here. We need to fight one of these guys. But it does matter which one. I have to fight the lady. I have to fight the lady. Yeah, we'll fight the lady. Let's do this. Actually, don't we resist? Yeah, we resist. Damn, fucking deleted. Now this one I don't really remember how to do. Oh, I can't go this way. I didn't mean to do that. Rip. I guess it doesn't matter. Valerie, get him. Ow. Discharge. Discharge. Ow. I said discharge. Discharge. Oh, wait. Is this the... No, this is right. This is right. I did this right. Actually, if I do... This... Is there a way for me to avoid this trainer? Wait for me to avoid either one of these trainers. I don't think there is. I got to fight at least one of them. Oh. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. Did I mess up the puzzle thing here? Actually, what it looked like when I first came in. I just might just be stupid. Damn, did not mean to do that. Oh well. We're here now. You bitch. Yay. I'm gonna swap to the Valerie because these guys are crazy defensive. Yay! Now we're gonna stay in. Dude, I don't remember how to do this. And to reset the puzzle. There we go. Okay. Took me a second, because I'm a wee bit stupid. Do I need to heal? We're probably fine. If I heal, I mean go to the Pokemon Center. I'm probably okay. Might as well get the full. The PP's probably okay. We can get up to level 34, right? Yeah, 34. Ancient Power. What's Corsolas' stats looking like? We're looking at higher special attack. Our attack's currently higher. It's probably get higher as we level up, though. I'd imagine so. And all our other moves are special. Honestly, yeah, I might as well just learn the Ancient Power. Or I could just drop Blanket Chant. I think I just drop Blanket Chant. I don't see myself ever hitting this move. Razor Wind? No. Sweet Scent, don't think it's worth. Yo, Carb, name some music terms. Need your help. Just name, like, random music terms. We got, like, Elgato. I say fucking Elgato. We got legato. We got forte. We got piano. We got mezzo forte. We got fortissimo. We got pianissimo. We got mezzo piano. We got timbre. We got tone. We got what? Wait, actually, why are you asking for music terms? Okay, name something specific, then I can hit you with something, right? Because if I just give you music terms, you don't know what they mean, right? If I just say fortissimo, it doesn't mean anything, right? I just said some terms. I'm not learning Sweet Scent. Wait, hold on. Do I need to delay this evolution? Hold on. Bay leaf. Must learn if I need to delay this evolution. We got light screen at 36 compared to 40. My current set is what? Magical Leaf, Poison Powder, Reflect. I forget what the other move is. I mean, I can get up to level 34, so if I change my mind, I can just do that later, I guess. Oh yeah, what are you trying to get at? Like are you trying to like describe something in a particular way? I have synthesis, poison powder. I'm probably gonna drop synthesis, honestly. Because if I know what you're looking for, I can better give you like a term that can help. Because there's like staccato, right? There's marcato. There's just an accent, you know, which is pretty goofy. Did I say marcato? I may have already said marcato. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it a Bayleaf. Bayleaf so I can learn light screen. I'm not super right. That is light screen. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong fucking generation. Whoops. No, it's the same. Alright, sweet. Same learn set. Oh yeah, but I guess like because like you aren't very specific on what you want. So how am I supposed to help you if I don't know what you need? You know? Like I could have said soprano for you, and it's like, okay, man, that's cool, I suppose. Soprano. It was like alto, no counter alto, mezzo alto. Do I learn Dragon Breath? Probably not, right? No, I don't. This is fucking awful. Why would I ever want this move? Why do they fucking try to learn Dragon Breath on this guy? Alright, save the game. We're gonna fight Price. Yeah, I already saved. Alright, cool. I need to think of what I need to lead with. I'm probably just gonna... I'm gonna try leading Devin. Why not? Because there's no way he's gonna lead with anything crazy, right? I don't remember him leading with anything crazy. Let me pull this up. Gym 6. Well, actually, technically it's the 7th gym. 7/6. There we go. Alright. Let's get it. He's talking about how, like, oh, trainer, yada yada. Ice type, yada yada yada. Seal, baby. I can't think of a reason to early reflect. I don't think there is one. They're all special. Song? What do you mean song? What the fuck do you mean song? The one that's currently playing in our Pokemon game? Alright. I'm just gonna Magical Leaf. The crit's crazy. Let's go. Dugong. We're gonna keep battling. Why not? Aurora Beam is crazy. Dude, I was so behind on the stream, I thought you weren't responding. This is why I said car, please. That's funny. Oh, I just got one shot! I was like... Oh, that's crazy. Dude. Yeah, that was rough. Poor guy. This is fine, I guess. Wow. Brick break. I did respond to those messages, so there you go, do your thing. Like, I didn't realize I get one shot. I mean, I guess we're not a Bayleaf, so that would explain why. Or I guess we are a Bayleaf, not a Meganium. Or what the fuck I said. That's crazy, motherfucker lived. Die. Hello, swine. We're gonna go Chroma. Because doesn't this thing hold a Citrus Berry? I'm pretty sure it holds a Citrus Berry. Thanks, my liege. No problem, Mug. Dog? No problem, dog. Yeah, give me that Citrus Berry. Hell yeah. Wait, does this thing have Blizzard? It does. Enforce. I'm probably fine though. Fury Cutter, Wing Tech. Fury Cutter, Wing Tech. Or Wing Tech. That's not a lot of damage. And it missed Mud Bomb. Bro just said nope. No more Blizzard. We're not Blizzarding. Nope, nope. No Blizzard. And he missed again. That's crazy. Honestly, you probably, if like not Meganium, if Bayleaf didn't get one shot, he unironically could have put in work here. Which, like, I must say, like, honestly, Meganium can be useful here. I think as a Meganium, it'd probably be more useful than the Bayleaf. But honestly, it's probably fine. Ow. That's a lot of damage. Is that my accuracy? Oof. Oh no, I ate the Citrus Berry. No! It's fine, probably. Yeah, we're fine. Yay! Let me pull out the notepad. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, yeah, I'm gonna say Meganium can be used here. But I think it's more of a mad, though, because, like, when are you ever using Meganium here? Let's keep it a buck. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. Now we can use Whirlpool, which actually, no, we can go get our boy, young, Horsey. Or give me Hail instead of fucking Blizzard. What a nerd. Wait, I need my shoes on. Which actually, low-key, high-key, low-key, low-key. I'm probably gonna go get Horsey real quick, because I kind of want it. Iris calling me? What do you want? Keep blowing up my phone. Sure, I guess. Alright, cool. Yeah, let me get a flyer. We're gonna go get a Horsey. Yeah, we're gonna go get a Horsey real quick. Can I go there? There we go. Course law. And then I'm going to bag, and then I'm going to go here, then we're gonna go here, then we're gonna repel. I'm pretty sure I can just get through this way, right? I cannot go around. Okay, man. I think I need a surf for Horsey, right? Actually, wait, this counts as floor 1, right? It sure does. Or does this count as floor 1? Actually, might need to look this up. Let me look up Horsey. Horsey. Dude, I need to find one with a dragon scale. Honestly, might just hack that shit. Details in the World Island. Oh, I didn't hit Pokewalker. I hit fucking World Island. There we go. Alright, so I need to surf with the first floor. I think is where I'm at. Pretty sure that's where I'm at. But yeah, I should still have some repel going. There we go, that's better. What can I even get at the World Islands? Okay, so Horsey is relatively common. Oh, that was really quick. Great ball, because I think you're great. Bruh. What am I doing? I have false swipe. Alright, we're naming Horsey your male. Grim. Actually, Grig. We're Grig, baby. Krabby. I don't fucking give a shit about Krabby. And now I can fly away. It'd be really convenient if we have the Dragon Scale on fucking Horsey already. Ah, no Dragon Scale. That's Sniper? No Swift Swim? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not running a rain team, so it's probably gonna be fine. I mean, if that matters, I'll just get a new one. Switch. Dude, I really gotta pee. Actually, hold on. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, nah, hold on. Where is my... I just lost it. There we go. Okay, we're back. Do gotta pee. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, like, heal up real... Actually, I don't think we need to heal up. We're just gonna go here real fast. Run to the... God, I keep doing the thing! I want to exit the box operations. There we go. Alright. Actually, nah, that just makes it frozen. Alright, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, guess who's back? It's your boy. Speaking of which, I need to look at my hair real quick. Gotta feel spiffy. Yeah, we're fine. All right, there we go. Click on this, and then we're going to go. Did not mean to hit the bag, but that's fine. We need to go to the what's his face? The Ampharos. Gotta get Amphy. Will that medicine cure Amphy? I hope so. 'Cause I need to get that badge. Bailey's just in the way. You don't want to take the elevator? Dang. Also, she's like really fast, so she's gonna beat us to the gym even though we're taking an elevator. Melba! We got the Safari Zone open. That'd be something we look at eventually, but I don't know. Yeah, we might as well heal. Get a little bit HP back. Let's see. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. The heck. Okay, computer's not freaking out. All right, there you go. Sweet. So level 35. Actually, don't we get Earthquake on Wooper about this time? It's gonna be the 35, so we miss out. Oh, we don't miss out on anything. We just don't get light screen yet, so we're gonna hold off on that. No point in bringing Ampharos Wooper. Earthquake at 33. Alright, cool. We're gonna have Earthquake. Let's see. So we for sure want to bring Wooper because we're gonna evolve that into Quagsire and get Earthquake coming up. We could bring Horsey. Loki, Hikey, Loki, 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 Hikey. Could bring Horsey. Might be worth. I'm definitely bringing Heracross for sure. I don't see a reason to bring any of the flying types. She has Magnemites. I mean, that's just... I mean, we were resisted by, like, every single steel type they got. Might as well bring Steelix. We have Rock Smash on the Ferret, I guess. Yeah, not worth bringing Shuckle. I mean, Yonstrats might be okay. Actually, we probably could just siphon some XP from people. I don't think there's a point in doing that. I think I'll just bring Corsola. We don't have a steel type move yet. I mean, obviously that wouldn't help with the steel types. I guess Ferret. I suppose Ferret. Actually, we have Intimidate on you, right? Yeah, we do. Well, no, I think we're just gonna auto swap. Because, like, we're not leading Bayleaf here. So we're probably... Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we're probably leading Heracross. No, actually, no, we're leading Wooper. We're leading Wooper. Well, it's gonna be a Quagsire by that point, but we're leading Stan. Yeah, and I think this will be the team. I think this is the team. Unless Horsey gets something cool that's going to be useful early. I don't think he does. We have level 32, which is nice. We could get a Seadra pretty early. So we get Dragon Dance at 38 on Horsey. 48 on Seadra. So the move pulls the same once we evolve. Actually, I think we just keep Horsey forever, because 42. That's not useful into fucking Claire, though. That's unfortunate. That's crazy. I mean, unless we get the fucking EM for it. Which I don't think we do get Dragon Pulse. Do we at least get, like, Outrage? Do we learn? Do we get Twister and a move tutor? Oh boy. We do get Outrage. What's our attack stat looking like on Kingdra? Oh yeah, that's right. It's 95 across the board. So low key, that's gonna be fine. Yeah, Dragon Dance. No, it's gonna be like level 40. No, yeah, the fucking gym's like 42. Or 41, I mean. Yeah, so we do miss out on stuff. That's so unfortunate. We miss out on Dragon Pulse, which is crazy. Actually, what's our nature? That's going to completely depend on if we got Sassy. That's probably fine, actually. 'Cause I'm pretty sure. Outrage, tutor, heart, gold. I'm pretty sure that's just move relearner, isn't it? Oh, that's the frontier front. Damn, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess that could be useful against... Like, that might just be useful against, we'll have to just use it for the Elite Four. Which is unfortunate. I guess it's fine. Yeah. Yes, we just don't bring Horsey with us, which is fine, because we can get it, like, evolved really quickly. Unfortunate. Yeah, we're gonna get these guys up to level 35, right? 35? Yeah, 35. Damn. Yeah, because we want to get, what's his face? Light screen. Oh no, we have only TM moves, so we can't even learn anything. That's crazy. Oh, I can't learn Slam. There we go. I'm spamming the fuck out of this button. Okay, there we go. Okay, amnesia might be worth. Definitely under or tail whip, that's for sure. Dude, I hit the B button, but it was so close to evolving. Low key, high key, low key. Yon's be worth it. Get out of here, Slam. Alright, and then we get Earthquake, right? Yes, finally! Earthquake, baby! Ah! Hell yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah. Look at the team. Team's looking stacked. If we had one more level, then we'd have Meganium, but fine. Well, I should say we'd have Light Screen Meganium. I should specify. Then we're gonna save. Saving done. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Something steel type. Something steel type. All right. Hopefully Bayleaf can do something here. And let's just kill things. Let's just butcher things. Let's just destroy them. Let's just destroy things, man. Let's take them out. Annihilated. Annihilated. Steelix already. Alright, hopefully Bailey's can do something. Alright, I need to think if I need to light screen first or not. I might need a light screen. Probably not. Probably not. We're hitting on special side, so we're going to be doing at least a little more damage than usual. It's not bad. Sandstorm. I don't like that. I don't like that. We should live one of anything. At least. And since we outspeed, we're probably fine. Oh, wait. I think it's Hyper Potion range. Actually, no. This is Javert, right? Okay, never mind. That's the... I always forget which one is defense. Oof. You might not live one of anything now. Reflect. Oh my god, it's a crit. Alright. Alright, Quagsire, come save the day. Come save the day. Man. And we're gonna keep battling. Yeah, we're just going to nuke this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a stack, dog. Meganium, or I mean, Meganium might be at least be a little better here. But let's keep it a buck, dog. Just no. Why would you even bother trying to use the grass type to steal it? Because like it's neutral at that point for all your moves. And let me double check this just to be sure, because I was mistaken earlier about type matchup. I was mistaken earlier about type matchups. Let me double check, just to be sure. Yep, grass is in fact neutral. So why even bother using it at all? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you can't do it here. TM23. Isn't that Iron Tail? Iron Tail. Who can learn Iron Tail on the team? Steelix for sure. Iron Tail. Actually, Meganium can learn. That's crazy. I didn't know Meganium can learn it. Or I guess in this case, Bailey, soon to be Meganium. That's good to know. Something about the radio. Oh yeah, Team Rocket. That's right. Yep, it is that portion of the game. Which, I'm a huge buck. Don't know how good Meganium's gonna be here. Probably not at all. Probably not at all. Just permanently being down a team member is so grand. Hair mouth. Alright, I'm just gonna look up the rocket levels. Let's see. Oh, we're over leveled up until the boss, like the final boss of the rocket. I don't know. I mean, hopefully we don't over level it. Yeah, hopefully we don't go over leveled. Actually, something I do want to do, and since I can go ahead and just pull up the bosses, so that's 4 rocket bosses. So we got Rocket 3. Rocket 4. Actually, no, I have this ordered wrong. So we have 1. Say this one's 2, this one's 3. Yeah, I had numbered something wrong. Right, there we go. 4, 5, 6. And then we have 7. And don't we fight the Revel here too? Da, da, da. We do. I'm pretty sure he's after first rocket of this thing. Pretty sure that's it. There we go. All right, there we go. That's all set up. I'm going to save this. There we go. That notepad, I mean. And then what we're going to do... Oh, I don't have a flyer. Whoops. Get in the door. Do I really wish my game learned Psychic? That'd be so useful. That'd be so useful. Drop off for now. And then we're going to fly away from here to Goldenrod. Stretch. Yeah, so we go to Goldenrod. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. I'm probably going to end stream coming up. Oh, actually, I want to check my hidden power. So yeah, we're going to save real quick. There we go. And then we're going to export the save. Export backup memory. Yep. I'm going to pause this. Then I'm going to do one of these. Bammo. All right. As you can see, it's empty. And we're going to go fire. Open. And so I named the file is Chikorita Bad. And it's Chikorita Bad Updated because I messed up a thing. But there we go. Which that doesn't pop up anyway. Party. Wait, hold on. I need to... Oh, I do view. Alright, cool. How do I check its hidden power? Probably stats, right? Okay, hidden power ice. Let's go. Okay, that's actually be really useful coming up. That's gonna be so useful coming up. That's great. Let's see. What are you looking at? Fire. That's not bad, actually. Low key. Flying. That's... Yeah. Dragon. Ugh. Steel? Yeah. And steel. I mean, I think steel's gonna be a little better on Crobat, but at the same time, why would you use hidden power on Crobat? Yeah, dude, the game actually hidden power ice is gonna be so hard. That's gonna be so hard. Hell yeah. What does that 43 mean though? I don't know what the 43 means. Quick tempered. Yeah, sweet. We don't really need to do anything about this, so that's actually so sweet. Do I teach hidden power now? I'm trying to think. we're probably going to need Hidden Power Ice come in. I mean, at least for the last gym. At minimum, last gym. I don't think we need it right now. Because there might be a Pokemon we can poison and get that chip damage off. I'm trying to think. Probably. I'm going to save again, even though I already saved. I think we're going to call it. And we'll take out the entire Team Rocket. And then make our way over to the final gym leader, Blackthorn. And then we'll figure things out from there. But that'll probably be tomorrow, maybe? I might stream tomorrow, but it'd be late if I stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. Probably not. At the latest, it'll be Thursday. Next time I stream. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm going to save it again because I got to NJAT. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. 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 Have yourselves a good day. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.